World Series at the Metronome in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's an unlikely matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Minnesota Twins. The Twins won the World Series just 4 years ago, but like the Braves, they weren't supposed to be here. Kirby Puckett is at the plate, and you might know what happens next on this 2-1 pitch. And for that, I'll give you a virtual high five due to your ability to use the internet. But for those of you who don't want to cheat via Wikipedia or baseballreference.com, let's get in that DeLorean and crank it to 88 miles per hour. It's time to travel back in time, or as SB Nation would say, let's rewind. The 1991 Fall Classic was far from straight chalk when it comes to the gambling mindsets of sports bettors. According to TampaBay.com, the Braves were once 250-1. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. 6th, 1991, Game 6 of the 91 World Series at the Metronome in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's an unlikely matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Minnesota Twins. The Twins won the World Series just 4 years ago, but like the Braves, they weren't supposed to be here. Kirby Puckett is at the plate, and you might know what happens next on this 2-1 pitch. And for that, I'll give you a virtual high five due to your ability to use the internet. But for those of you who don't want to cheat via Wikipedia or baseballreference.com, let's get in that DeLorean and crank it to 88 miles per hour. It's time to travel back in time, or as SB Nation would say, let's rewind. The 1991 Fall Classic was far from straight chalk when it comes to the gambling mindsets of sports bettors. According to TampaBay.com, the Braves were once 250-1 odds-on favorites to win the World Series. If you bet $100 on the Twins in spring training, that was a great bet, as they were 100-1 odds to win it all. In fact, both teams finished in last place in their respective divisions the year prior. The Braves were actually in the National League West back then, and although they'd be dominant in the later part of the decade, the beginning of the 1990s wasn't friendly to Bobby Cox's team. The first year of the 90s saw the Braves finish the regular season at just 65-97, but general manager John Schuerholz saw something in Cox, and the fiery skipper became the head honcho on June 23, 1990, replacing Russ Nixon. It didn't lead to an improvement when it came to wins. The Braves were 25-41 when Nixon received the pink slip, and they finished the year 26 games out of first with Cox as the manager. Still, the players seemed to respond to the 50-year-old skipper the next season. The Braves were notably better, but a World Series appearance still seemed very unlikely on July 11th. A .500 record at just 40-40, the Braves were on the cusp of being sellers at the trade deadline. But then something happened. The Braves just refused to lose. An incredible 54-28 finish to the season saw the Braves 4 wins away from a National League pennant. They clinched the division on the second to last of the season, with the Braves remaining in first place from September 20th until the clincher on October 5th. The stunned Los Angeles Dodgers couldn't believe it. How could a Braves team who were at .500 practically halfway through the season keep them from an NL pennant? As for the Braves themselves, next came the Pittsburgh Pirates, led by Silver Slugger Barry Bonds. If the regular season was crazy enough for Atlanta sports fans to start believing, the 1991 National League Championship Series was something we probably won't ever see again. 4 shutouts took place in the series, including 3 1-0 shutouts. The Pirates were the heavy favorites to advance to the World Series. A 98-win team, the Pirates won the division by an easy 14 games. John Smiley won 20 games for the Buccos, the last time a Pirates pitcher won 20 games during the 20th century. Doug Drabick was the reigning NL Cy Young Award winner, and with Bombs and Bobby Bonilla still in the primes of their careers, there's no way that Bobby Cox's Cinderella story could still wear their gold slipper going into the championship round, right? Wrong. Tom Glavine, the 1991 NL Cy Young winner, was on this Braves team, but he actually underperformed in the series. Game 1 went to the better-seeded Pirates, a well-deserved 5-1 win to the higher seed as the Pirates scored the game's first 5 runs. Glavine was the loser in this one by walking 3 batters and giving up 4 unearned runs. Atlanta's David Justice hit a leadoff homer in the top of the 9th inning, but it was just too late as the Pirates took a 1-0 series lead. The Braves found a way to split the first 2 games at Three Rivers Stadium, with Steve Avery leading the way to a 1-0 shutout. Game 3 was all Braves. A 10-3 win as John Smoltz was the much better pitcher in the Braves' first home playoff game in nearly a decade. But games 4 and 5 were won by the Pirates, including a seemingly back-breaking 1-0 shutout victory in Atlanta. Zane Smith led the way for Pittsburgh in Game 5, and with their backs against the wall, Atlanta had to somehow win both games on the road to make their first World Series since arriving in the capital of Georgia. The Braves just wouldn't let their dream season die. Not only that, but they held the Pirates scoreless for the last 22 innings of the series. From the top of the 6th in Game 5 until the final out in Game 7, the Pittsburgh Pirates couldn't muster a single run. A 1-0 crushing defeat in Game 6 saw the Pirates 1 win away from elimination, and after the Braves scored 3 runs in the top of the first inning during Game 7, the Buccos offense went ice cold down the stretch. Steve Avery stole the show. He didn't give up a single run in his 2 starts. 16 2/3 innings pitched for the young stud on the mound, and he of course won NLCS MVP. But the Braves weren't the only weird newcomer to the postseason party. Just 4 years earlier, the Minnesota Twins were World Series champions. Gone were the days of Harmon Killebrew and Rod Carew, but these new Twinkies were still fan favorites. Kirby Puckett, a former junior college player, led the charge in center field. But interestingly enough, not a single player on the Twins had 100 runs batted in during the 91 regular season. The Twins weren't a team known for power. Puckett only drilled 15 homers in 1991, a huge contrast to the 1987 squad when he hit 28 homers. The 1991 Twins were scrappy, annoying, and hard to beat. Designated hitter Chili Davis was the only Twin with over 25 home runs, and the lone 20-game winner on the pitching staff wasn't future Hall of Famer Jack Morris. That distinction went to Scott Erickson. Still, the Twins cruised to an AL West Division title by commanding 8 games. And after dismantling the Toronto Blue Jays in just 5 games during the ALCS, it looked like the Twins had the upper hand for the 1991 World Series crown. After all, the Braves barely squeezed into the World Series, while the Twins looked like the far more superior team. But the World Series started anyway, with Cox proving to the rest of the world that he would become one of the game's all-time great managers. Down in an early 0-2 hole, the Braves looked like a completely different ball club when they flew back to Atlanta. 3 straight victories at the old Fulton County Stadium, including a 14-5 convincing victory over the seemingly unbeatable Twins, put the Twins in major trouble. Just like that, Tom Kelly's squad looked all but done. The problem was, they weren't. Plus, they still got to go back home for Games 6 and 7, assuming they could force a Game 7. The 1991 World Series became one of the all-time greats, and Game 6 was no exception to the rule. The Twins struck first with 2 ball players crossing home plate in the bottom of the first inning. The Braves seemed to have the momentum back after Terry Pendleton hit a 2-run bomb in the top of the 5th. Determined to play Game 7 at the old Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome, the Twins got the lead back in the bottom of the frame. And after battling to a leadoff walk, Don Gladden stole second base. A couple of flyouts later, including the sacrifice fly by Puckett, gave the Twins the lead back. But don't count these Braves out. Up by a run in the top of the 7th, Kelly allowed starting pitcher Scott Erickson to run back out there. But after a leadoff single to Mark Lemke, Kelly had no choice but turned to Mark Guthrie. Guthrie started off okay with a strikeout to Jeff Blauser, but then location and accuracy came to bite him in the butt. A walk to Lonnie Smith, including a can't-have-it wild pitch, put Kelly in a tough spot. Guthrie was able to jam Terry Pendleton, but with Chuck Knobloch playing a double-play depth, Pendleton's little nubber got enough of the AstroTurf to give him ample time to claim the infield single. Just like that, we have bases loaded, and Kelly was forced to go to the bullpen yet again. In came Carl Willis. It was also decision time for Kelly. Should he bring the infield in, bring in the corners and play double play depth, or play double play depth around the infield? The Twins decided to play back with the middle infield, and it cost them. Ron Gant's ground ball in between the third base and shortstop hole allowed him to beat out the fielder's choice, and the Braves were once again in business.
Gant with a good jump out of the box just beats the play.
A 3-3 tie with runners on the corners. Willis was in a huge pickle, but he threw a devastating 2-2 off-speed pitch to Davis Justice to get him to swing and miss. The lead was gone, but the tie still remained. The Twins had a golden opportunity to retake the lead in the bottom of the eighth. Puckett stole second base with 2 outs, but Shane Mack couldn't drive him in. Nobody got close to tying it in the ninth, so Braves fans had to wait until extra innings to see if their team would be sipping the champagne in the locker room. Remember, this was a big deal for Braves fans. Atlanta hadn't won a World Series since relocating from Milwaukee, and the city of Atlanta had never seen a professional sports team win a championship up to this point. Atlanta nearly obtained their first lead of Game 6 in the top of the 10th. A leadoff single by Pendleton looked to be great for the Braves, but a stolen base attempt, or perhaps a hit and run, led to a slow-moving line drive and an easy double play for the Twins. So much for that potential rally. The Twins went 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 10th, so we went to the 11th. The Braves somehow got another leadoff single, this time by Sid Bream. However, Bream probably should have been at second base, if not for his oft-injured right knee. He crushed the first pitch down the first base line, but couldn't advance into scoring position. Keith Mitchell had to pinch run for him, and in this era of old-school baseball, stolen bases were more commonplace. Mitchell got caught stealing on the first pitch of Brian Hunter's at-bat, and that pretty much did in the rally. No more base runners for the Braves. Should Cox allow Alejandro Pena to pitch into the 11th? Pena might be needed for Game 7, so Cox is pretty much forced into allowing Charlie Liebrant to man the rubber in the bottom of the 11th. Liebrant probably wasn't the ideal choice. He had an ERA over 4 coming into this pitching appearance, and with Puckett leading off the inning, Cox was just praying Liebrant could force a 12th frame. And now Puckett can make history with a walk-off blast. But to understand how memorable this home run could be for Puckett, you have to know his life's history. Puckett grew up on the south side of Chicago. He was so small for center field, just 5'8", that he didn't receive a single scholarship once he graduated from Calumet High School. He actually entered the workforce right out of prep school at the Ford Motor Company. Luckily for him, Bradley University, an NCAA Division I school in the Missouri Valley Conference, gave him a shot. He then had to transfer to Triton College due to becoming academically ineligible at Bradley. However, he had what it took to play at the next level, and the Twins took a huge risk by drafting a junior college ball player with the 3rd overall pick in 1982. They obviously didn't regret taking the shrimp beef but full of energy ball player. He ended up making it to the big show in 1984 and helped lead the Twins to a World Series championship 3 years later, their first one since relocating from Washington, D.C. He never missed the All-Star game since 1986, and he was the 1991 ALCS MVP award. He was absolutely brilliant coming into this at-bat. He tripled in Knobloch, made an unbelievable catch in the 3rd inning, and has 2 of the 3 Twins' RBIs tonight. According to multiple reports, he told players in the clubhouse they could jump on his back tonight and he would carry them to victory. Well, here we stand. A 2-1 count on Puckett. It's a tie game in the bottom of the 11th. Can Puckett get on base or even crush a legendary walk-off homer to preserve Minnesota's incredible season? Or can Liebrant jam Puckett and face off against Chili Davis, who is already 0 for 4 on the night? Here comes the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Welcome to a moment in history.
The hitter swings at the arm motion.
Into deep left center for Mitchell, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
The Twins went on to win a memorable Game 7 by a final score of 1-0. Jack Morris pitched an unbelievable 10-inning shutout.
Irving, one-on-one with Washington. Kyrie, saucy!
Uncle Drew can do a lot of things in his old age: dribble around opponents, take it to the hole and dunk, and emphasize how this game has always been about buckets.
I get buckets.
But the one thing he doesn't have? The vaccine. Uncle Drew, a.k.a. Kyrie Irving, still hasn't been vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus. Because of this, Kyrie can't participate in any regular season games in the state of New York. Can you imagine what Nets general manager Sean Marks is thinking right now? He has one of the best, if not the best, point guards in the NBA at creating his own shot. Now, this is a free country, and Irving has every right to not get the vaccine. But on the surface, it seems like a very selfish move, especially for a Nets team who could be unstoppable whenever Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant are the trifecta on the court. So now Marks has to consider the best alternative for the Nets. Should they keep Irving and deal with the constant media circus that comes with having Kyrie on the roster? Or should Brooklyn trade Kyrie, even if that means trading him for 75 cents on the dollar? And with Omicron rearing its ugly head at NBA players and creating COVID-19 health protocols, the virus is clearly very contagious. Just look at the Nets, for example. As recently as Christmas Day, the Nets had 10 players in COVID-19 health protocols, which includes Irving, Durant, and LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge sometimes starts in the front court for the Nets. So Brooklyn was essentially missing 3 starters on December 25th due to Omicron. Omicron is clearly very contagious, and with Irving not having a single Pfizer or Moderna shot, there's a good chance that Irving could spread the virus back to his teammates. And since Irving can't even play in some of these games, even if he's not in the coronavirus contact tracing protocol, he's basically more of a liability than an asset. The issue is no team wants to deal with this constant Irving COVID circus, including the Nets. Irving is a borderline Hall of Famer once he retires, but his crazy big contract, as well as his off-the-court problems, can force teams to avoid trading for this potential locker room cancer. Even before COVID, Irving was a terrible leader once he got traded to the Boston Celtics. And since joining the Nets, Irving has been anything but a saint. Since becoming a resident of New York City, Irving has missed games voluntarily due to several reasons. One of them was for Black Lives Matter and rejecting the 2020 NBA bubble. Before the vaccine became available to people below the age of 50, he was still refusing to wear a mask at public gatherings. Irving clearly doesn't understand the seriousness of COVID. Everybody has their opinions on the vaccine, but he was against wearing masks even before the vaccine was allowed for public injection. Still, he's under contract, and as long as he doesn't retire or commit any illegal acts, it's going to be hard for the Nets to sue for breach of contract. If the Nets determine they're in salary cap hell, which they are, and think that they would be a better team without Kyrie, it might be time to trade this former all-star point guard versus keeping him. Are there any takers for Kyrie? Possibly, but there hasn't been any serious trade talks. Another issue for the Nets is Kyrie loves playing in the Big Apple. I don't really blame him, and according to Nick Wright from Fox Sports 1, he would rather retire than play for another team. No team would trade for Kyrie if he immediately retires. However, mindsets can change, and with the Bulls and Bucks playing some very good basketball as of late, there are no guarantees the Nets even make it to the NBA Finals. Durant and Harden aren't getting any younger, so Irving has to be a little open-minded to the idea of a trade. He would also get to be the number 2 scoring option again, a role he thrived at during his glory years with the Cleveland Cavaliers. The most recent trade rumor was the Dallas Mavericks, but according to Mark Stein, Mavericks owner Mark Cuban adamantly denies pursuing the Nets starting point guard. And for good reason. Luka Doncic loves playing point guard, and Kyrie is probably too small to play shooting guard. The Mavs would have to have 2 ball-dominant guards in their backcourt. And as we saw in Houston with James Harden and Russell Westbrook, that strategy is usually doomed to fail. Even when Chris Paul was in Houston, that marriage with the beard became a divorce in less than 5 seasons. What's really interesting is, as recently as a couple of months ago, Philadelphia was rumored to be a good fit to trade for Irving. However, the Nets don't want to trade him within the division because the whole point is to get to the NBA Finals. The 76ers are, of course, in the Eastern Conference and could be a major roadblock to their path to a championship. Also, teams don't go like trading away marquee players in the same conference, much less the same division. Ergo, the Nets don't want to play against Irving in an Eastern Conference playoffs. However, the anonymous NBA executive said Philadelphia would make sense if the Nets see any value in Ben Simmons. My take would be to avoid Simmons with a 10-foot pole, especially if the trade involves Irving. Kyrie Irving has his off-the-court issues and major personality question marks, but he's still a player who can average 50, 40, 90 shooting percentage numbers. A 50, 40, 90 season means you shoot at least 50% from two-point land, 40% from behind the arc, and 90% from the free throw line. Simmons is so bad offensively that he shies away from open dunks. I hate to use the word the yips, but something clearly wasn't right for him during last year's playoffs. He hasn't played a single game this season due to his unwavering stance and not wanting to play another possession with the 76ers. As such, his trade value is at an all-time low. Also, the Nets have Patty Mills as their current starting guard, and Mills is a former NBA champion with the San Antonio Spurs. Legendary Spurs head coach Greg Popovich is a big fan of his former point guard, so there's no doubt he can run the Nets offense whenever Kyrie can't play due to COVID protocol or injury. Simmons just isn't a necessary key to success for the Nets. In fact, whenever Aldridge plays or starts with the Nets, they have 3 players on the court with a player efficiency rating of 20 or better. Aldridge has a better PER this season than Harden. That's important because it shows the Nets they don't necessarily need Irving, Simmons, or any other flashy point guard when Harden, Durant, and Aldridge are all healthy. They just need a competent guy who can run the one position with grace and professionalism. Patty Mills fills that role just fine. However, the Nets might need some extra firepower in the playoffs, and it would be nice to see if their former investment in Kyrie can lead to an NBA championship. Is there really a point in trading the former number 1 overall draft pick if you get nothing of value back for him? A Simmons for Irving trade would basically just be about starting over and getting a player who can pass better and comes with less baggage. Unfortunately, Simmons comes with his fair share of baggage, and he can't even shoot mid-range jumpers or free throws. Dallas would make a lot more sense for the Nets than Philadelphia. Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic could coexist in the backcourt. Do the Nets even want Kristaps Porzingis since they already have Aldridge and Blake Griffin? It's hard to say. The good news for Brooklyn is he has a player option going into next season. This just means if things go sour in Brooklyn and he doesn't like head coach Steve Nash or his role in the offense, he could reject $36 million and sign elsewhere for the 2022-2023 season. Would he really deny $36 million when his goal was to play with Durant? Things can certainly change for Irving's overall happiness if the Nets get eliminated in the Eastern Conference Finals. There just aren't a lot of legitimate contenders who need Irving's services, are willing to take on his contract, and can handle his lackluster defense. We've already mentioned Dallas before. The other 2 franchises who come to mind make sense, but it's hard to say if Irving would enjoy playing in a mid-major market. The Utah Jazz were so close last season to competing for a championship. One of the main reasons they fell short against the LA Clippers was a lack of explosiveness on the offensive end. Irving would solve that almost immediately since he's great at creating his own shot and driving to the rim. Once again, though, would he be happy playing in Utah? The Jazz also had some defensive struggles during last season's playoffs, something that Irving wouldn't fix. If the Jazz want to go all in and compete with Phoenix Suns and Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference, Irving would give them a much better chance in doing so than with Mike Conley manning the point. Conley is a solid leader and point guard, but when push came to shove, the Jazz could not consistently compete against Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and the Clippers. The Jazz would make the most sense for a trade. If Irving would only be happy in a major market, the Clippers come to mind as Irving would definitely be a better option at point guard than Reggie Jackson. However, the Clips don't have as many trade pieces as the Jazz do. The Nuggets are a very interesting trade destination if Kyrie would love to play with the reigning MVP. According to Nuggets head coach Michael Malone, Jamal Murray won't be back by February. However, the Nets don't really care too much about the regular season. As long as Murray can be healthy and available for the playoffs, they could get a younger player who can be just as explosive as Kyrie with less off-the-court baggage, assuming Murray can rehab from an ACL injury in flying colors. The Nuggets might be willing to consider moving on from Jamal Murray if Kyrie passes a physical and his knees are determined to be in great shape. The Nuggets don't want to waste Nikola Jokic's prime, and the Denver Post acknowledges that Denver wants an upgrade at the wing anyway. The Nuggets need to win games now due to their mediocre record, and there's no guarantee that Murray will be the same player coming off his ACL injury and subsequent rehabilitation. Brooklyn knows this, but they could also use a fresh start from the Uncle Drew anti-vaccine drama. The Nets have enough offense with Harden and Durant. They might just need to move on from Irving to create a more stable locker room. Regardless, it's going to be hard for the Nets to move him. Besides his huge contract, some of his former assistant coaches admit that Kyrie Irving is a wild card. On bad days, Irving wouldn't talk to anyone and go off script in some of the normal defensive schemes and the offensive play calls. In essence, the coaching staff don't know which version of Irving will enter the gym. Some coaches would avoid a wild card persona like Irving. Other teams might be desperate enough to take on Irving's contract, especially if his agents tell him he would be interested in opting out and testing the free agent market. Trading for Kyrie could be advantageous if you're close to winning a championship, but your current roster isn't enough to do so. The Nets would prefer to trade to a Western Conference team, so teams like Utah, Denver, and Los Angeles at least make some sense. And if you only have Irving for one season, his no vaccination status would only be a slight distraction for that one season. But what do you think? Should the Nets try to aggressively trade Irving or see if they can win a championship this summer? Make sure to comment your thoughts below and subscribe to Sports Broadcast Solutions. It's October 1st, 2007. Game 163 is taking place between the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. It's in the bottom of the 13th inning, a tie score at 8-8. The winner of this game gets a date with the Philadelphia Phillies in the National League Division Series. This is obviously a must-watch TV baseball game. I mean, who doesn't want to watch a one-game playoff that goes into extra innings? However, to fully appreciate what happens next, we have to know the history of both franchises. We have to understand that neither of these ball clubs have won a World Series. Even crazier, one of these teams hasn't even won a postseason series. To get a better grasp of this moment, we need to use a time machine. In other words, we need to rewind. The Rockies have Matt Holliday on third base and less than 2 outs. This is crucial because any fly ball to the outfield can theoretically send the Rockies to the National League Division Series on sacrifice fly. However, the mere fact that the Rockies are hosting this one-game playoff is crazy to think about. Back on September 15th, the Rockies were just 76-72. Yeah, you heard me right. Just 16 days ago, the Rockies were barely above 500. So how the heck are the Rockies even tied with the Padres for the National League wildcard spot? As Al Davis would say,
Just win, baby.
just win, baby. Yeah, the Rockies have sure won a lot of games lately. An unfathomable 10-game winning streak from September 16th until September 27th saw the Rockies go from 4.5 games back of the Padres to just 1. In a twist of fate, the Rockies swept the Padres during that winning streak to get back into the NL wildcard race. But hey, that was just a lucky winning streak, right? There's no way this ball club led by Clint Hurdle could win 2 out of 3 against the first-place Arizona Diamondbacks and sneak into the playoffs, correct? And if you answered anything but yes to those questions, you'd be dead wrong. Arizona ended Colorado's winning streak during Game 1 of the crucial 3-game set, but after dominating the Diamondbacks 11-1 on September 29th, the Rockies held on for a 4-3 win on the last day of the regular season. Nail-biting wins have been nothing new to the Rockies and their fan base. One of their wins during the 12-1 finish to the regular season included a 14-inning victory over the Padres. But have the Rockies simply taken the wild card away from the Padres, or did San Diego majestically crumble down the stretch? Well, it's a little bit of both. Entering MLB game action on September 16th, the Padres were 80-67. They ended up finishing the year at 89-73. So a 9-6 record in their last 15 games is nothing to be embarrassed about from your ball players. But a 3-game sweep at the hands of the Rockies was still pretty bad, especially considering that all 3 games were at Petco Park. Also, the Padres had the Brewers down to their last strike on September 29th, but Tony Gwynn Jr. knocked a game-tying triple off Trevor Hoffman to send the game into extra innings. How brutal irony is that? The son of the greatest Padre ever quite possibly stopped you from going to the playoffs. What gets lost in the shuffle is that the Rockies were actually a third-place team in the wild card race prior to their incredible finish. The Dodgers were up 3 games on the Rockies after all the games concluded on September 15th. So what the heck happened to the Dodgers? It's hard to exactly say why they simply forgot to play baseball, but their final record speaks for itself. On September 15th, the Dodgers were 10 games over 500. By September 30th, the team barely finished with a winning record at 82-80. You can't make this stuff up. The Dodgers went from 79-69 and just 1.5 games back on San Diego for the wild card spot to finishing 7 games back of both Colorado and San Diego. Colorado literally had to sweep Los Angeles to knock the Dodgers out of the playoffs, and the Rockies did just that from September 25th until September 27th. The Dodgers might be known for playoff choking nowadays, but late season chokes are nothing new to the Dodger faithful. Anyway, back to the Padres and Rockies. The Rockies were 12-1 down the stretch, but a minor choke job by the name of Ron Burgundy allowed Colorado to host a 1-game playoff. The Padres were 2 games ahead of the Rockies on September 29th, meaning they just had to win either of their next 2 games against the Milwaukee Brewers or 1 Rockies loss the next 2 days clinched a wild card spot for Bud Black's team. The 2007 Milwaukee Brewers were actually in first place of the NL Central Division during most of the regular season, but a late surge by the Cubs, as well as a collapse, saw the Brewers outside of the playoffs for yet another year. They still played spoilers, though, and after dispatching the Padres in 11 innings on September 29th, the Brew Crew disallowed September 30th from being the Padres' clinch day. A very convincing 11-6 win for Milwaukee as the Padres had to fly from Milwaukee to Denver for a National League West grudge match. Just like that, Game 163 determined who would win the National League wild card. This was huge for Rockies fans as their favorite baseball team hadn't sniffed the postseason since 1995. Colorado began as an expansion franchise in 1993, and the Rockies earned the first ever NL wildcard spot in 1995. The Rockies fought hard in the division series against the Atlanta Braves, but the eventual World Series champion Braves took care of the Blake Street Bombers 3-1. But since then, the Rockies have always found ways to lose games. More importantly, it's their pitching staff who seemingly always lets them down. Even when the Rockies won the wild card in 1995, you probably don't know any of their starting pitchers. Kevin Ritz, Bill Swift, and Marvin Freeman were arguably their 3 best pitchers that season. Colorado was so desperate for starting pitching help that they signed Mike Hampton to an unreal 8-year, $121 million contract after the 2000 season concluded. All of the money in Major League Baseball is guaranteed, by the way, so why would the Rockies sign a pitcher to an 8-year deal? Simply put, it's hard to find free agent pitchers who want to pitch in Coors Field, the home ballpark of the Rockies where the ball hits the mile-high wind and sails out of play. If you don't remember Mike Hampton playing for the Rockies, you're not the only one. He only lasted 2 years in Denver, with his last season being a dreadful 6.14 ERA and opponents batted .313 against him. So for the Rockies to be successful, they usually need to outslug teams. But that wasn't exactly the case in 2007. Jeff Francis won 17 games for the Rockies this season. Ubaldo Jimenez was on this team, and the relatively unknown Aaron Cook posted an ERA under 4.2. In a nutshell, this surprising Rockies team can play a little small ball and outpitch teams as well. But tonight has been anything but a pitcher's duel. In a typical Coors Field shootout, the Rockies blew an early 3-0 lead. The San Diego Padres swiftly answered with 5 runs in the top of the third, and it looked like the Padres finally hit their stride in this do-or-die playoff game. And while the Rockies are unknown for playoff success, the history of the San Diego Fathers isn't a happy story either. The Padres have been to the World Series twice, but they've only been to the postseason a grand total of 5 times coming into tonight. Since joining Major League Baseball in 1969, the Padres have mostly been an afterthought in the National League West. Coming into the 2007 MLB season, Bruce Bochy had enough with postseason disappointments, and he left for greener pastures in San Francisco. Some Padres fans felt it was treason as Bochy led the team to division titles in 2005 and 2006. While they were back-to-back NL West crowns, the 2005 team barely finished with a winning record, and after being swept by the Cardinals in the NLDS, Bruce Bochy's team finished the year under 500 at 82-83. The 2006 squad was much better, but those pesky Cardinals were still too much for San Diego to handle. San Diego had home field advantage for the division series, but Bochy's crew only scored a single run in their first 2 postseason games. The offense was slightly awake when they entered Busch Stadium. A 3-1 win in Game 3 gave San Diego fans new hope, but it was quickly taken away during Game 4. 6 unanswered runs by St. Louis gave the Cardinals the series win and yet another postseason disappointment in Southern California. Bud Black took the 2007 job after Bochy left for the hated Giants. Led by NL Cy Young winner Jake Peavy, the Padres were in first place in the NL West as late as September 3rd. Peavy got the nod for this one-game playoff. It was his turn in the rotation since he hadn't pitched since September 26th. But for whatever reason, the best pitcher in the National League was anything but clutch tonight. 3 straight Rockies got on base to start off the bottom of the first, and after Yorvit Torrealba cranked a bomb to left field, the Rockies led 3-0 after 2 innings of baseball. Starting pitcher Josh Fogg was sent out in the top of the third to preserve the lead, but he simply wasn't up for the task. Peavy helped out his own cause with a leadoff single. Brian Giles found his way to first base with a walk, and after Scott Hairston hit a single to load the bases, Adrian Gonzalez emptied them with a game-changing grand slam. Fogg still couldn't settle down after the grand salami. Khalil Green and Josh Bard both got on base via the hit, forcing Fogg to intentionally walk Jeff Blum to load the bases. Brady Clark then made a solid contact with a ground ball to shortstop, and his speed forced the Rockies to just get the force out at second base. Just like that, it's now a 5-3 lead for Peavy and the Padres.
Matsui didn't get anything on this throw. Blum was all over him. He was a little off balance after he came across the bag to make the throw.
But Peavy just couldn't keep the ball out of the ballpark. The Rockies cut the deficit down to 1 after Todd Helton belted the baseball to right center field and gave his home fans a lucky souvenir. An amazing game so far. It's not even the top of the 4th yet, and we've already seen 3 home runs, including a grand slam. Fogg was able to get a 1-2-3 inning in the 4th inning, but Hurdle wasn't pleased with his pitcher. He gave up 10 fly balls on a night when the wind was clearly blowing out, so he decided to go to his bullpen early. Peavy wasn't much better than Fogg tonight as the Rockies tied up the score in the bottom of the 5th. An early holiday for Rockies fans as Matt Holliday singled in Tulowitzki for a 5-5 tie. Black was still confident in his young fireballer though, so he sent Peavy on the bump for the 6th inning. It was the same old story for Peavy as the Rockies retook the lead. Everybody was seemingly able to hit him tonight. Seth Smith hit the very rare pinch hit triple with 1 out. It was timely hitting all night for Colorado as Kaz Matsui got underneath the ball and delivered a sacrifice fly to center field. Another lead for the Rockies, and this time around the relief pitchers were up for the task. After relieving Fogg, the Rockies bullpen held the Padres scoreless until the top of the 8th. The Padres were able to muster just 2 hits from the 5th inning going into the 8th. Taylor Buchholz led the Rockies bullpen by going 1 2/3 innings, allowing just 1 hit and threw 12 strikes on 13 pitches. But Brian Fuentes just couldn't hold the lead. After relieving Troy Hawkins with 6 outs to go, Fuentes was a tad bit wild and inaccurate. Blum got the much-needed leadoff single, and although Fuentes got the next 2 batters out, Torrealba couldn't quite handle this 1-2 slider from Fuentes, allowing Blum to reach second base on the dropped 3rd strike wild pitch. On the 3rd pitch of the subsequent at-bat, Giles potentially saved his team's season with a game-tying double to left field.
A high pitch that Giles was just trying to fight off, and he did. Got pretty good wood on it, and maybe that's what fooled Holliday as it sailed over his head.
But Hairston couldn't send Giles home after that. Granted, Tulowitzki's dart from shortstop, Helton's great stretch at first base was excellent defense. Neither team could score again in regulation, so we went to extra innings. The next 3 innings were full of drama as both teams had chances to score. San Diego had runners on 1st and 2nd with 2 outs in the top of the 10th, but Matt Hergus jammed Giles and got the inning-ending ground out. Colorado had a golden opportunity for a walk-off win in the bottom of the 11th. With Brad Hopp at the plate, Colorado had the game-winning run 180 feet from home. But Joe Thatcher fooled Hopp on an 88.
It is rare that you get to stand with a Hall of Famer, Kirk Vitas, in the 93rd year of the tournament. This is it's an exciting day.
Mark, we can't tell you how exciting it is. You know, there's not much going on around the world, and we've had the pleasure and support of the Greek churches to help us run this junior tournament. And last year we ran the men's tournament, and we are just so excited to be back here. And just from the size of the crowds and the people, you know, participating, we are so we're so happy to see that everyone's involved.
You had an incredible career playing the game. Are you able to just kind of relax and watch what's going on out there, or does the itch just start coming back?
Actually, I refereed some games yesterday, and I forgot how intense the parents are again, and I don't know if I want to ref anymore. But anyway, that's Greek basketball, the drama, the excitement, and just the love of the game. Yeah.
What type of competition do you expect to see? We got them waiting in the wings behind us. They're ready to go.
Oh, they're ready, and that's what's so exciting about this. I can't tell you the love I have. When I saw all these kids out here yesterday, they couldn't wait to get in the gym. They couldn't wait to shoot around. You could tell the parents were excited to have them outside of the house. And this is just a beautiful thing, Mark. It really is.
And the sport teaches you so much, right?
Oh, absolutely. Teamwork, fellowship, just exercise, the beauty of running up and down the court, and just having fun. Just having fun, Mark. That's it.
Kirk, great to see you. We're excited for the 93rd annual. Let's go. Check it out. SBS.
April 1, 2, and 3, the men's senior division. Be there. Thank you.
That's right around the corner for me. Looking for an invitation. Kirk,
all right,
appreciate
Mark.
the time.
Thank you so much.
Sports Broadcast Solutions.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
The St. Demetrios Warriors are ready to go with Coach Nick and superstar Adriana ready to play today. You know this is the 93rd year of this tournament?
No.
You were not born 93 years ago. So how are you feeling about getting out there today? Looking forward to it?
Yeah, I want to win.
Coach Nick, what's the key today?
Defense. Defense and rebounding. That's how you win.
Is it nerve-wracking for you coaching your daughter?
No, it's not. She's already used to me yelling at her, so should be good.
What's your favorite part of the game?
Scoring or winning?
Both, huh?
Yeah.
But you got to play that D too.
Yeah, I'm good at defense. So.
You know anything about your opponent today?
Yeah.
What do you know?
They can make a lot of three-pointers.
Well, they can shoot it well, huh? So you got to watch that outside shot, huh, Nick?
Watch the outside shot, exactly. So as long as we play our game, we should be fine.
Father, daughter in a historic tournament. It's a pretty special day.
Yeah, it is. So hopefully we win and make it even more special.
Well, absolutely. Go out there and have a lot of fun. St. Demetrios Warriors ready to go. Game coming up.
Thank you.
Sports Broadcast Solutions.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Have fun.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary. highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Papaflessas also ready to go. Coach Ted, Magdalene, ready to play. Word on the street is that you guys can really shoot the basketball.
Well, I think so, yeah. We can shoot.
That could be a key today, right?
Yes, it can.
Do you know anything about this opponent?
A little bit. I mean, I grew up with some of them, so I guess we're pretty close.
Feels almost like a rivalry game then.
Yes.
Coach, what's the key today?
Just for the girls to go out there, have fun, and just play the game. We should have a good time.
This is the 93rd year of this tournament, and look at you representing today. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, we've been playing since I was a little kid, and it's nice to see our kids grow up and play in the same tournament, and it should be a lot of fun.
Magdalene, have a ton of fun out there.
All right, thank you.
All right, game coming up here. Don't go anywhere, Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys. Have fun.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary,
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome inside of the Papaflessas St. Constantine and Helen Church. I'm Kyle Smith alongside Carly Bell for another edition of Sports Broadcast Solutions. Today, Carly, it's some Greek Orthodox basketball. It's Papaflessas against St. Demetrios.
Yeah, we get to see some girls basketball today. These are girls that are in the, kind of the developmental portion of basketball. They're learning plays, they're understanding a playbook, they're understanding rotations and reading defenses more. So I'm kind of excited to see what this new generation of basketball players is going to look like, especially in women's basketball.
Absolutely, and for today, Papaflessas, they have a lot of teams in the tournament, a couple in the championship game, in fact. And here we go with St. Demetrios against Papaflessas. Papaflessas in the purple, and St. Demetrios in the blue, the navy blue and light blue.
Vice versa. St. Demetrios is actually in the purple, and Papaflessas is in the navy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So St. Demetrios in the purple and Papaflessas in the navy blue. And it's one. No.
Love seeing early transition, easy transition offense, very early, easy layup to start off the game here for Papaflessas. Great, easy 1-2-2 zone. They're on the outside, trying to rotate. Great defense as well. Gets the steal, pushes the ball up the floor. Now, again, there is no press until the last 2 minutes of the game, so we're going to see some pretty awesome zone and man defense. It looks like here they're doing a standard 3-2 zone. So we'll see what can happen here. Great rotation around, trying to see some movement inside as well, but we got some standing. Great trap defense in the corner, up to the wing. Looks like they're going to reset their offense here. Move it up to the top of the key. See what happens here. Let's see if Papaflessas can move the ball around and get some movement inside.
Pass it out to the wing. Papaflessas already up by 2. Ropus with it. Then sends it out to McRolos. Now out to the right wing. Was on the hands that time of Demetrios. Now at the top of the key. No shot clock. They're playing IHSA rules today. And Papaflessas going to take their time. Already up by 2. 16-minute halves. Last 2 minutes, we play full IHSA rules. We're only going to stop the clock before that. As it's stolen away by St. Demetrios. One-on-one. Switches hands. The nifty shot and one style. Carly, the old-fashioned three-point play.
Finished with the wrong hand, but hey, points are points. Take it where you can.
Maybe she did that on purpose to try to draw the contact?
No, you don't do that on purpose. That's just bad that's bad basketball.
We don't want to do the Kyrie Irving type of basketball?
No, you don't do that. Not when you're learning. No. You drive left side, you take your left hand. You're learning, you're in a young age, you're learning offense, you're learning defense, you're trying to understand yourself, you're growing into your body. It takes some time.
Three-point play coming up at the charity stripe. St. Demetrios looking for their first lead of the game. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Papaflessas. And here they go in transition. They'll slow it down as the two-guard and Demetrios sends it back out to the top of the key, picked up by Ropus. And Ropus, a little bounce pass. from way downtown. 3-point shot. It's off target, rebounded by Papaflessas. Might have been a travel, and it was. It's a close call, though.
You're learning basketball here. It was great defense. You're trying to break through the trap. You just got to understand you can't take 3 steps. You can only take 2. They let you get away with a little bit more now. Once you get into high school, it's about a step and a half. Great defense by Papaflessas here, actually. Great movement, great block, and forcing themselves to not allow offensive shots, second and third offensive shots, but you got to hold on to the ball first to not allow second and third offensive shots.
Demetrios setting it up to the low block. Off the backboard, another foul committed by Papaflessas, and good passing. They find the open man that time, partner, and she gets the 2 shot to the charity stripe. And kind of surprised they didn't call that a foul. They're going to say if offensive foul that time, Carly?
I'm not entirely sure. May have been a charge. Not sure. It is what it is. Reset your offense, get down the court.
Low scoring.
It's a very basic, 5-out type play, 4-out 1-in type of offense that they're running. They just have their big post inside, rotating up and down.
Double team comes, bad pass. Here comes St. Demetrios. They have numbers, 4-on-1. Finds the open man, but great defense from behind. It was taken away by Demetrios. She stepped on the line, and it will be St. Demetrios basketball.
It's actually a double dribble, change of possession. So.
Well, it was close. 4 foot was close enough to the line. We'll say that my first one was right, but yeah, you're right. It was double dribble. Passes out from the baseline, fakes the shot, and dribble it out back to the top of the key from way downtown. Now inside the arc. A long 2 off the backboard, no good. Offensive board goes to St. Demetrios.
With the hand in her face, too. She's gutsy. I like the offense.
Good box out. Here comes Papaflessas. Might have been a double dribble, no call. Good defense, gets the steal, and here comes St. Demetrios, led by Adriana Theodosopoulos. Adriana with it, switches over to the left, back to the right. Good crossover, gets separation inside the paint. Another foul committed by Papaflessas. Should not be in the act of shooting. And indeed it was not. Substitution coming in. St. Demetrios, number 2, Madison Locke into the game. Timeout called by Papaflessas. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Papaflessas against St. Demetrios here on SBS. Let's go to break.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Two-two score, early on, Kyle Smith alongside Carly Bell for this edition of the 2022 NHIBt Tournament, the National Hellenic Invitational Basketball Tournament. We appreciate all our sponsors, including Papaflessas and the National Hellenic Foundation of Chicago. Carly, this is a pretty fun tournament. Not very often are you going to see a basketball tournament inside of a church.
Yeah, actually, it's pretty common here in the city. There's a lot of church league and church league things that happen here, especially with the predominant Greek, Jewish, and Polish population. It's actually pretty common.
Baseline pass, bounce pass, went off the leg that time of Demetrios. As they'll stop play at 11:06, and they'll start the clock again. It's running clock until that there's a timeout or a substitution. Also free throws, of course. Fakes the three-pointer. Then she gets into her set. Air ball. And it was last touched by St. Demetrios. Didn't matter as nobody on Papaflessas touched it. Also didn't go off the rim. We're going to get a substitution. As Papaflessas has a new player on the court, and they're going to try to get it on this possession, you would assume, to Ropas.
Watching this type of basketball brings me back to my old days on the court, man. This is early. This is when you're learning. I mean, this is when you're first understanding offense. This is when you're trying to understand reading a defense and getting points. I mean, it's just the full basic start of fundamentals and seeing the game grow. It just brings me back to some great memories on the court, man.
behind the three-point line. Then they drive in from 10 feet away. That shot's good.
Nice.
St. Demetrios back on top, 4-2. And it was good by Adriana Theodosopoulos.
I love this little point guard at the top of the key for St. Demetrius. She is a spunky little guard. I like her defense, man.
Are you surprised to see a lot of double team on the wing by St. Demetrius, Carly?
Not in a 3-2 zone. It's pretty common.
Baseline pass, and it's an easy inbounds play. Mid-range jumper, no good.
Good shot.
And rebounded by Papaflessas. Good offensive board. Double team comes again on the perimeter. It's picked up by St. Demetrios. And good decision not forcing that pass. Sometimes you see at the younger level, they see a woman up court, they want to pass it, but she wasn't ready for the pass. Meanwhile, St. Demetrius still with it. And jump ball coming up. Possession arrow to St. D.
I just want to see number 2 take a shot. I just want to see her shoot a 3-ball in this game. Just once. Just once. Just chuck it up from the line. Chuck it up from the arc. I believe in you. You can do it.
The little floater, no good. And St. Demetrios had a kick ball, wasn't called. Body's flying. And it's picked up by Papaflessas. Another jump ball. Possession arrow this time to Papaflessas. This is the 5th to 8th grade division. We got 2 more games after this. It'll be 5th, 6th grade boys and the 7th, 8th grade division. Pump fake. And a little elbow check on the baseline. Foul called by the nearest ref. Substitution coming in for St. Demetrius. 23 in. Inbounds play with Papaflessas. Pivot foot, pass back out to the perimeter. Fakes the 3, wide open 3. Her foot was on the line actually, no good. Rebounded by Papaflessas. Second chance opportunity, no good. Rebounded by St. Demetrius, and here comes Demetrius, led by their point guard. With it now is Stella Diamandakis. Now out to 23, repping Jordan's number, switches hands. There's a lot of passes on the perimeter. Now they'll set their offense up.
Give it to the little guard, man. Come on, let her have the ball. She's right there on the elbow, man. She's right there. Oh, she's rotating too, man. I love her.
She's got to set those screens, Carly. You don't set those screens, you don't get the ball.
Hey, man, she's that small. She can't really set a screen on someone.
And Nate Robinson was small. He could set that screen.
That's NBA caliber type level basketball compared to 5th, 6th grades, all right? You know, you do what you can.
Long three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Papaflessas. She's doing a lot of good things, though, on the court.
I will say this about Papaflessas on that last offensive possession. You can see that they actually are understanding. You can actually see them understand and learn the game a lot more. That's something that'll get called a lot later in life. But, you know, 5th, 6th grade level, it's all right to let that go. You're learning. it.
Good move. Euro step. Oh. Couldn't finish. And a good rebound by Papaflessas. Still a 4-2 game. 6:43 to go. Lost her dribble, kiss it back out to the wing. Double team comes again. Papaflessas having some trouble getting it to the low block.
Nice read, though. Kick it one more. There it is. Take the shot.
From way downtown. Air ball. Was it touched by St. Demetrios? It was. Touched by 23. More substitutions coming in.
Oh, my little guard is coming out. Oh, I'm upset. I want to see her score in this game so bad. I'd love for her to just shoot a 3 from the top of the key. That's what I need to see.
Jump ball. Dramonis is into the game. Clock continues to run. 4-2 score. It's 7-10 for fouls today. Full IHSA rules. Good steal. Here comes St. Demetrius and the block. Coming off the bench in style, Alexis Pailuski. Huge block to keep it a 4-2 game. Steal attempt. It was deflected out by Papaflessas. Getting a piece of it was McRollos. Inside the lane. Double team comes. Bounce pass back out to the perimeter. Off the backboard. Rebounded by Papaflessas. And here comes PF. Surprised they didn't call a foul there. And we'll continue on.
No, ball's touched.
Papaflessas going after it, diving for it, went off the foot. of PF. St. Demetrios ball.
Defense of St. Demetrios is like unparalleled, man. They are in your face. They are always less than an arm's length apart. You're not getting the ball unless you somehow fight your way for it.
Pump fake off the backboard, no good. Papaflessas has it. As they'll drive out to the three-point line on the left hand. As they kick it back out to the wing.
All day. Oh.
Just not friendly, that rim today for Papaflessas. Substitutions coming in. As PF will go back to number 30, Emmy Manassas. You're going to have games like this. Sometimes it's just not going to be your day scoring, so got to find other ways to help your team win. And the defense for St. Demetrios has been there today. Long-range two-pointer, no good. Rebounded by PF. That time it was Demetrios.
Papaflessas go to the, just always migrate to the basket when the ball is shot. A lot of times you don't see that taught early on, and I like seeing that that's something that's still being continued on. Always follow the ball. Never turn your back on the ball. Make sure that you always follow the shot. Make sure you get the rebound. Papaflessas has done a really good job not really allowing second and third offensive shots.
What are you seeing from Papaflessas as St. Demetrios on the break, that they're struggling with their three-pointers today?
Well, I mean, you have to understand, this is probably the first time that a lot of these girls are shooting with a lot of range. You don't really start expanding your range until you're about this age. So these are the first times that you're going to be taking, in-game three-pointer shots. A lot of the times you always want to work in that gray area, wing and lower. So from around the elbow further south, what a great read right there. You got to hold on to the ball. Her IQ is there. I like her basketball IQ. You got to just get some help from your teammates and finish. It's the best part of basketball. That's why it's a team and individual sport all at the same time.
Timeout called by Papaflessas. Official make sure it is a timeout, so we will take a TO as well. It's 6-2, St. Demetrios here on SBS.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Back to the action. You are watching SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. We want to thank our sponsor today, the National Hellenic Foundation of Chicago, Papaflessas. And we have another one. We'll get to them in a second. Meanwhile, St. Demetrios with the basketball, up by 4. As they have it near the three-point line, back out behind the three-point line. As St. Demetrios trying to get their biggest lead of the day. It's a 6-0 run. Might have been a travel, no call.
That was great defense right there. That's how, that makes my heart so happy. Just straight up force them to take the charge, force the block, and in that position right there, great positioning too. Hands straight up, stop the shot, got the rebound. I mean, that's just, I love seeing beautiful basketball, beautiful fundamentals. That makes me really happy.
What do you want to see from Papaflessas on this possession?
On this possession, I kind of just want to see them move more.
Oh!
Or hit a 3-ball from the top of the key. I mean, that works too. But the one thing that I want to see out of Papaflessas, I just want to see more movement in their offense. They like to stand. Again, that's something that's really common at this age. You're still trying to learn. But I just want to see more off-ball movement. If you're standing in the middle of the lane, you can't stand there for long. Move around. Try and create some space, get the defense out of there, create a lane. Do what you can. And I'd like to see it here on this drive. Or, just chuck up a 3 from the top of the key again. I'll take that too.
Bad pass read well by St. Demetrios, and they'll slow it down. See what the call is here. Ooh, close call. Did she have? Okay, they're going to say Papaflessas has the ball backcourt against St. Demetrios. At first there, Carly, I thought they were going to call backcourt on Papaflessas, but they didn't have possession.
No, it's just they were pressing, and the rules are that you can't press until it's under 2 minutes. Refs weren't aware of the time. That's all right. Simple mistake.
We got a mixture of rules today. It's mostly IHSA rules.
Here's the thing. This is what I want to see on this offense. Everyone's ball side, everyone's strong side. Get some movement on the weak side. Create some space. Force the defense to separate. You crowd them all on one side of the court, you're not going to be able to get any shots off.
Out of bounds. It'll be PF basketball. They'll stop it at 53. We now play normal basketball rules, under a minute. Papaflessas with it on the left hand. Playing it as Ropus. Double team comes. Jump ball. Possession arrow to PF.
That's the thing. You have 4 people ball side. You have no one weak side. You got to always have someone on the weak side to help stretch the defense out. I mean, look at that. Same thing right there. 4 people on the left side of the court, 1 person on the right side.
Good hustle. Gets the offensive board. They can wait till the last minute to shoot, and it's going to be offensive foul committed by Papaflessas. We'll stop it at 29. And St. Demetrios has the basketball. They can hold to the last shot if they want. I think they just want to get a good shot. That was the shot they wanted, just didn't go into the net. Rebounded by Papaflessas.
I want to see them slow down here. They got 10 seconds. Just try and create some space and force the shot. Create some space. Let's see, you got something I want to just...
4.8.
Something I just want to see. Papaflessas, you got to spread out a little bit more. Create some movement. Off-ball movement.
They'll reset play here.
I just want you to know how many times I've tried to get away with that, and it does not work.
I have a story for you, Carly, if you were watching last night's Bulls game. We'll talk about that at halftime. Half-court shot, fakes it. Instead passes it, will not get the shot off in time. And that will do it for the first half. It's a 6-5 lead for St. Demetrios as we go to break at halftime here on SBS. All right.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
John G. Soto's and Associates, providing accounting services throughout the Chicagoland community. We'd also like to have a big thank you to the Alonic Foundation of Chicago. The Alonic Foundation's mission is to fund the development and support of programs and projects benefiting the Greek American and Orthodox Christian communities in the Chicagoland area. The Alonic Foundation is a proud sponsor and supporter of the NHIBt. And of course, Papaflessas basketball, enjoying the sport of basketball, growing relationships, building a stronger Hellenic community. Papaflessas basketball, supporting and sponsoring teams in the NHIBt. So right now, Carly, it's a 6-5 game. Buckets are hard to come by. Are we going to see a lot of adjustments in the second half?
No, you're going to just see growth. Again, this is. I mean, yeah, it's competitive, but this is also about growth. You're at that age where wins matter. You want to know how to win. You also want to learn how to lose. But at the same time, it's all about understanding the game and learning the game. I just want to see more development, more so in the second half. What I really want to see out of Papaflessas is them creating some space. St. Demetrios is doing everything right with what Papaflessas is doing. They're responding properly. I think they could probably win this game. But if Papaflessas wants to stay in it, I mean, a three ball from the top of the key isn't going to work all the time. So you have to be able to create some space offensively and spread out the defense so you can create driving lanes and get some more points on the board.
It seems like both teams have similar sizes, so there's not going to be an advantage in the painted area in the second half of the front
you're not.
court.
I mean, you're not going to see size matchups at this age, really. I mean, outside of our lovely little number 2 of St. Demetrios, who I am in love with her. I want her to score all the points. But, you know, you're going to see basic stuff. I mean, what I appreciate is they're sticking it really simple with just basic 3-2 zones or a 1-2-2 zone and things like that. Keeping it real simple for the girls. I want to see some man-to-man, but, you know, that's something I don't know if they're going to want to do yet.
So what's your prediction? Who's going to win this game? Is it going to be Papaflessas or Demetrios?
St. Demetrios. Unless I see an adjustment here at halftime.
They've had their chances, a couple of shots at the free throw line. This could be a bigger lead for St. Demetrios. They've had their chances at the free throw line, a couple of misses there. But really, it's been pretty evenly matched now. St. Demetrios has had more chances than Papaflessas on offense.
St. Demetrios is more athletic. That's what it is they're more athletic. They have a little bit better understanding of the game than Papaflessas does, I would say. I'm just seeing a little bit more finesse out of St. Demetrios than I am out of Papaflessas. But who knows? We could see what happens at halftime. It could be a totally different team in the second half. That's the beauty of this age, man. Sometimes you need a whole half to bust out the kinks. Whereas the older you get, you only have about 2 minutes. So, you know, we could see something here in the second half.
We're going to take a break. Second half coming up next here on SBS.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
It's a fun time of basketball here at St. Helens and Greek Constantine Church here in Palos Hills, suburb of Chicago, just off I-294. Playing the great sport of basketball in the suburbs of Chicago. St. Demetrios will get the basketball as we resume play. And here we go. SD with a chance to make this a bigger cushion. They've led by as many as 4. Double team comes on the perimeter. Shot blocked by Papaflessas. We'll give the credit to McRollos.
Great thing for Papaflessas, again, not allowing second and third shots.
Three-pointer by McRollos is good. Papaflessas. First lead since it was 2-0.
I mean, maybe I was wrong. Maybe they just need to hit the 3-ball every time. Who knows? I mean, that seems to be what gets them back on track. Chucking it up from the arc.
Sometimes all you got to do is make that 3, and Theo Desopoulos goes out of bounds.
That's great defense by Papaflessas as well, forcing her to pick up her dribble. And, you know, when you're playing on courts like these, you know, you can slip and slide a little bit, but great job. Great defense right there by the same girl. She's got heart in it. Love it.
Good defense from both teams as the finishing play on defense. It was made by Juliana Ropus. Demetrios gets the ball back. Carly, how tough is it, you think, wearing that mask playing basketball?
I'd rip that thing off my face if I was playing basketball. I'm sorry. I would. I wouldn't wear it if I'm playing basketball.
It gets so hot in some of these gyms. I've seen mask timeouts at the high school level. They literally have like media timeouts, but they're for masks for the high school players. Good turnaround move.
I appreciate the nod at a Mike and Ike. I appreciate it, but, you know, work on that before you shoot it in a game.
The move was there, just couldn't finish.
I appreciate the thought. You know, you didn't have the best positioning. You could tell she's gone to some camps. She's learning. St. Demetrios, they like their defense, but, you know, arm's length. Give a little bit of space.
8-6 game. If you're just joining us, it's been back and forth all day. It was 6-2 St. Demetrios, now a 6-0 run by Papaflessas. Both teams with a 6-0 run, in fact. Stolen away that time by SD. And it'll be played by Thea Desopoulos. Now back out to the top of the key. Chest pass. Trying to find her teammate at the point. They finally get it out to the wing. And it's picked up at the corner by Papaflessas.
Let me just say something to these girls. I hope they do end up listening to this. When you're playing basketball, try really hard not to show your frustration on the court. This game is emotional as it is. Like that right there, like, come on, don't give up. Go after the ball, run for it. I understand you're frustrated. You don't want to show it on the court because, you know, this is a mental game after all. If you show your feelings and emotions on the court, you're not going to hit any baskets.
Beautiful drive into the lane. Layup good. We're tied at 8. Back and forth we go. Biggest lead today's been 4. Three-pointer. And air ball rebounded by St. Demetrios. Here comes SD. Looking to push it. Fakes the shot. They'll reset at the top of the key. Inside the three-point line. Bounce pass in the paint. Shot no good. Gets her own board. Fakes the shot. Great pump fake. The floater no good.
Good drive.
A fight for the ball.
Great drive on
Jump
the baseline there. Great drive on the baseline. You know, you can't always finish a shot, but that was just beautiful. That was beautiful. She saw the space, saw that she had some room. They didn't cut her off at the baseline. She took it and tried to hit the floater. Doesn't always hit, but that was great. Great job. Great job. See, that's development. That's something that you're going to see when you play basketball more and more. And sometimes it takes a half for you to figure out and read a defense and read an offense and figure out the kinks, especially at this age.
Pass half court. Double team comes. Back out to the top of the key. Setting it up behind the three-point line. Shot, no good. St. Demetrios is there, as was Papaflessas. It was last touched by PF. And I'll be darned, they're going to say St. Demetrios got it first on the baseline. PF gets a break.
Well, she already touched it when the ball was already out of bounds and touched, so makes sense why it was Papaflessas' ball.
I don't know. Well, maybe her foot was on the baseline. That's what they said. St. Demetrios, meanwhile, got the ball back anyway. Double comes, pump fake on the wing. Finding the open woman. Long range J, no good. Good board. The reverse layup is good.
There you go.
Big bucket that time for St. Demetrios. It's Gabriella Georgianis.
That's what practicing Mike and Ike's can do. See, the first one, she didn't have good position. Second one, she had great position, was able to get it to fall. That's beautiful. Development. That's what I love to see.
Ill-advised pass. Georgianis with the basketball slows down her offense. Good lead pass. Layup, no good. Rebounded by PF. Did not start her dribble. Now she does.
That was a great read. That was a phenomenal read. See, St. Demetrios, they're able to read the defense now. Papaflessas hasn't quite done that.
Good-looking shot. Last touch by Demetrios. 23. Most likely Madison Locke touched it.
Main reason Papaflessas is in this game is because they chuck threes. They like the arc.
The problem is you gotta shoot those corner threes because that's where the analytics says you gotta shoot them.
Not in this. Not when they're playing a 1-2-2 or a 2-1-2 zone like they're playing. They're putting traps on the wing, so the corner is always going to be crowded. You want something in the gray area, right below the arc and the wing, maybe on the elbow, so then you can force something inside.
You are watching the 2022 NHIBt tournament. If you missed any of the action, we're pre-recording in 1080p as well as 720p. You can also watch the live stream as well. It's a fun game. It's 10-8. You can't ask for anything better. It's a very low-scoring basketball game, but it's close, and we've seen good defense for both teams. Offense hasn't necessarily been there, but it's also a developmental league.
Yeah, it's development. You're just trying to see growth. I will say, man, some of the reads that these girls have taken, it is just unbelievable. The IQ is there. Technique is going to take some time, and that's what this time is. This is when you work on your shot form. This is when you work on your footwork. This is when you have already decided that you like the sport and you want to just finesse it. And that's what this age level is. They're starting to understand defense, starting to understand offense. You're seeing plays get called out a little bit more. So at this point, what I want to just see is I just want to see the IQ. I want to make sure the IQ is there. I want to make sure the reads are there. I want to make sure movement and footwork is there. Your shot form's going to change 20 times in the next 5 years. You know, if you make some, you make some. If you don't, you don't. What matters right now is the technique and the fundamentals. Finding your shot will take some time.
For Papaflessas, do you want to make some adjustments on offense or stick to what you've been doing?
You want to make adjustments on defense is what you need to do. The offense, what you're doing offensively, it's kind of working, but St. Demetrios is just faster, a little bit more athletic than Papaflessas. With Papaflessas, defensively, they're not responding as fast. If they can respond faster on defense, then this game can stay really close. Shots are going to come, and they're going to fall where they can, but we'll see what happens.
Inbounds play coming up for PF on the baseline, and a foul committed by Demetrios. Thought that was a good foul, Carly. Looked like she might have had a chance for a layup, and she got a piece of the body to make sure she couldn't get the shot up.
Yeah, I mean, what she did was correct. You just, again, defense was there. You can't move. You got to be planted. She just took a step a little bit too late. There's the read right there. Finish it. There you go. See, that's what you see out of St. Demetrios that you're not seeing out of Papaflessas. They're not able to read the defense. They're not seeing what the defense is giving them. They're playing in a basic 1-2-2 zone. See, driving lane right there. Hit the floater. Great shot. Great attempt. I'm not mad at it. Great driving lane, but that's what you're going to have to do against a 1-2-2. When they're in like a rotating 3-2 zone, that's what they need to do is respond to their passes.
Papaflessas with it at the three-point line. Got to catch the ball. That wasn't that bad of a pass.
You move to the ball. You don't let the ball move to you.
Always come back to the ball if you can. Shot at the free throw line, no good. Papaflessas can't rebound it. Offensive board to Demetrios. Got the shot off. It's no good. Two free throws coming up for Demetrios. These are key for Demetrios to take a hold of this game.
That was a bad foul. That's all right. You learn. She knew she committed it too. You could tell she was not happy about it, but it is what it is.
Well, if she misses both, it becomes a great foul. She misses one, it's a good foul.
Well, the foul in general, you don't want to do that foul regardless. You don't ever want to reach over someone's back and try and block. That's going to get called no matter what. You don't want to do that ever, regardless of if they make it or not.
A question that people in basketball have been asking for ages, Carly. If you get beat on the play and it's an open layup, do you always foul or do you sometimes let them have the layup?
If you get beat on the play and it's an open layup, you let it go. Why rack up your fouls? Why? Unless it's an insanely close game with seconds left and you need to stop the clock, you just let them go. It's pointless to rack up your fouls. Very pointless. If they have you fully beat and you have no chance to catch up, you let them take the shot.
Three-point line. Demetrios with it. Driving in. About 4 feet away. Shot no good. It's rebounded by Papaflessas, but her foot was on the baseline and McRollos couldn't keep it in.
And this is where the growth is. 12, she drove, but if she kicked it out, there was a wide open shot right there in the gray spot. That's fine. You're learning.
Shot is up and good off the backboard.
Great
and it trickles in. Ties the largest deficit for Papaflessas today. Reach and foul committed by Demetrios.
Look, I appreciate her aggressiveness and her tenacity, but come on, you gotta learn arm length. It's all right. She'll learn. It's okay. I like the defensive hustle. I like the aggressiveness, but you can't be all up on them like that. You have to allow them some breathing room.
Because you only get 5 fouls until you get to the NBA. Good steal. Lead pass. A beautiful one. Trying to finish. Layup is no good. Excellent lead pass, though. That's been the key for Demetrios in this one.
That's why you run 3-man weave in practice.
Open 3. Sets her feet. No good. The board goes to Demetrios. No shot clock. So if Demetrios wants, they can run some clock here.
See, St. Demetrius kind of has it figured out. Not a bad shot. There you go. See, I mean, look, she was wide open on the block. No one was guarding her. They didn't see the pass there, but she came in with the rebound.
Good steal. Help defense is there. Excellent help defense. Not giving up on the play, and the 1-on-0 became a 1-on-2 very quickly.
Good hustle, good aggressiveness on defense. Papaflessas, man, I want to see them grow a little bit more offensively.
Don't go anywhere. More basketball action coming up after this. The trophy presentation, post-game interviews, then pre-game interviews. That's going to be the tale of the tape today for all 3 games. Shot is up, no good. 2 free throws coming up. Do you dare see a strategy where she makes the first, misses the second one on purpose?
Not at this level, no. Not at this level. That's foolish.
Misses the second one on purpose,
That's
then does
foolish.
a crazy dunk.
That's foolish. Foolish.
I've never seen it work, especially at the NBA level.
Well, that's why you don't do it.
Well, sometimes you're forced to, but
yeah,
it
but
just
I
never
mean,
works.
this is not a college basketball where there's a shot clock. I mean, there's no shot clock. When there's no shot clock and you have a running clock, it's pointless.
Looking to make it a 5-point deficit. The bank is open today. We've seen that a couple of times for Papaflessas. 14-9 score with 4:22 to go. Can St. Demetrios wrap this one up, or can one more comeback effort happen from Papaflessas? Air ball. Looking to save it, she does. At the corner. No help defense. She's wide open. Wish she would have shot that one. It's no good. Great rebound by Papaflessas. Demetrios with it. Demetrios with some speed. And, Carly, you might say it's a bad foul. I think that was a good foul. Looked like she had a chance at a layup.
That's a good foul. That's a good foul right there. You're trying to stop it, but again, what you're going to do when you learn and you play the game is if you can't get in front of them, just guard them straight to the side and force them to go the direction. If you cannot get in front of them and get your foot on a sideline or a baseline, you got to just run with them and do what you can. You can't body check them. That's what happened.
Good crossover. Blocked. Georgianis. And she steals it. She's been lifting. That's some weight room if I've seen it. Great job stealing that ball.
Oh, nice spin move, too. Kick it. There it is. With the double screen motion kind of there inadvertently, but I like it.
Are you ever going to see an illegal screen call at this level, or is that too advanced?
Yeah, no, you'll see it. That's how you learn. There were a couple that I saw today, but they were not egregious. It was the ball moved before the screen got there, so you let it slide. But I haven't really seen any moving picks.
To finish this comeback to force OT or get the win, what does Papaflessas need to do to tie this one up?
I want to see that happen. St. Demetrius is playing with more effort, more heart, and they're just a little bit more athletic. And the problem with Papaflessas is, as you're seeing on offense, they stand. They don't move. And everyone's strong side. You're not spreading the defense out. You're not forcing anyone to go weak side. You're not creating driving lanes. The one time that you saw a driving lane created because she saw it, because everyone was spread out, she was able to take the basket. Didn't fall, but that was a great drive. And that's what they need to do more of. Stop crowding the lane. Stop crowding the paint. Spread the offense out. Have off-ball movement. And, if you can hit your shots, you hit your shots. Sometimes they don't fall. But I would rather see them take better shots with space and reading a defense more than for them to just drive it, chuck it, and then throw the ball away. Because that's kind of what they're doing. They're in a panic mode right now. Just kind of need to calm down and spread the ball out, play the offense you want to play it, and move on.
For Demetrios, do you want to run some clock here or stay aggressive?
I mean, it's a running clock. You're going to be running clock regardless. So for them, I just think they want to just get some action in, get some plays in, probably move the ball around, work on some defense. That's what I would do as a coach. Try some new formations, get some new zones, maybe have them try man. If you see it get out of hand, pull them out of man immediately. But I want to see my little guard go back in. That's what I want to see for St. Demetrios, and I want her to get a three-pointer in this game. That'd be great.
Here we go, 3:09 left. Papaflessas needs a 3 and a 2 to tie it. The threes have been there a little bit for Papaflessas, not so much the mid-range game. Stolen away by Demetrios. A one-on-one the other way. She'll slow it down, thought about the shot. And traveling called against Madison Locke. Still plenty of time. Do not need to rush it if you're on offense for Papaflessas.
Watch this offense. You're going to see everyone just get close. Everyone's crowding each other. There's no movement off ball. That's why there's a driving lane. Hit the floater. Look, I'm not mad at it, but if you're going to advance a little bit more, you take that driving lane, you had someone right there, you do a dish or you pop it out, let the defense come to you and have her take the shot. I like her taking the foul. I like that. I appreciate the aggressiveness. But again, development. You saw everyone come together in the paint. You can't have that happen if you want to score buckets.
First shot coming up. No good. That's a killer for Papaflessas. Demetrios really needs this one to put the pressure on Demetrios. Doesn't get it. Rebounded by Demetrios. Tried to signal the tee, but she wasn't able to get the hands up in time. Meanwhile, a 3-on-2 for Demetrios. From 3 feet away, beautiful block that time by McRolos. And a jump ball at 1:30. Clock continues to run for the next 27 seconds. Timeout called by St. Demetrios. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching St. Demetrios against Papaflessas here on SBS. Inbounds play coming up.
I love her. She's got so much. That's a great shot. Great follow through. Great finish. But, oh, man. We're 14 to St. Demetrios, man. I love your aggressiveness. I love the voice. I love the tenacity. Just got to learn. Back up a little bit. Create some space, and you'll have a good basketball career, man.
They need a quick shot. That's not what Demetrios wanted to do. But because of the running clock, it'll run for another 3 seconds.
They are in the bonus.
Yep, last minute, it's bonus for each team. As we'll switch to the bonus on your screen. Nice. Shot is good. She'll get another one. Here comes Magdalene McRolos, who we had in the pregame show. Trying to make this a 5-point game. I'd be shocked if she tried to miss this on purpose for the rebound. But crazier things have happened in the game of basketball. It's good. Full court press coming up for Papaflessas.
Let's see how their defense is.
Line drive pass. It's right in stride. The breakaway. Is it a clear path foul? Instead, she did not hack her and gives her the layup.
Sometimes you gotta applaud. That was beautiful. Everyone was in the front court. You just have it.
repping the old basketball pass that Grant Hill did in that Final Four against Kentucky. Hill to Christian Laettner, one of the famous moments of NCAA basketball. 44.7 to go, and unless a miracle happens, Demetrios is going to win the championship. Have to foul to stop the clock.
Nice.
Let's see who they say touched it last. They say Demetrios does. That stops the clock at 34. And you'd like to get a shot up in the next 10 seconds if you can.
Oh, you had a driving lane. This is learning. This is development. See, off-ball movement. That's what Papaflessas needed to do all game, is that
great
off-ball
lead
movement.
pass.
Great.
Unselfish basketball at its finest. And Demetrios with the dagger.
This is why women's basketball is superior. I'm sorry. I'm biased. That's why I love women's basketball, man. That's why you run a three-man weave in practice.
First team to get to 20 was Demetrios, and they're the champions. So game one of our triple header ends. The 2022 5th to 8th grade champions, St. Demetrios. Trophy presentation coming up next. You're watching the 2022 NHIBt tournament here on SBS.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Here presenting the trophies is the president of the NHIBt, Mr. Demetrios.
I want to echo Kurt's sentiments. We are totally humbled by how many teams join us in our Homeland community that supported us here, especially one of our big supporters of Homeland Foundation that sponsored sports broadcast for the next 3 days, and our partners over here at Sports Broadcast. So for second place, junior girls, congratulations to Papaflessas. First place in the 2022 Junior NHIBt Junior Girls Championship safety meet is the Warriors.
All right, one more thing. All you girls that are sitting at home today, come on now. We're hoping to see you next year. Martin Luther King weekend. Again, on behalf of the NHIBt, thank you for your support and have a great year. Oh, and one more thing, don't forget, the men's and girls women's senior tournament, April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd this year, the 93rd annual NHIBt. Thank you very, very much.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Welcome into the Sports Broadcast Solution presentation of the NHIBt tournament. We're in Game 2. We're heading into the 5th and 6th grade boys division. I am joined by Papaflessas' player and coach here, Giorgio and Costa. First off, what does this tournament mean to you specifically? What do you like about this tournament so much?
That I get to play a game of basketball in Chicago, and I get to play with my friends.
What do you now? You guys have been playing for a while now. We're in January. How would you describe your team at the moment?
Really good. We work together. We play great defense. We push the ball up, and we just work as really good together.
Like Michael Jordan level good? Are we talking that level type of good, or like Steph Curry type good? What are we thinking here?
Probably Steph Curry.
Okay, we're going to see some three balls. I'm here for it. Now, for you, what does this tournament mean to you in particular?
Yeah, this tournament means everything. The NHIBt. I mean, we come from North Carolina, so some might say that's a bit much to travel by air for this tournament, but it's the tradition. It's the tradition in terms of what the NHI stands for, and it's really preserving Hellenism, right? Being a Greek American through competition and through fellowship, and it's the fellowship and really the community. I hope that he participates. I started at his age, and just like me, he does it for the next 30 or 40 years and builds lifelong friendships and relationships that last, and that's what it's all about.
And we're going to wish you luck in the game, and we're going to have a great broadcast. Hopefully you can give me some Steph Curry-like threes out there. Can you promise me that?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome, great, awesome. Thank you so much, and good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
We will be talking to
Pleasure.
We'll talk to St. Demetrios here in just a few seconds.
Thank you.
Yes.
This is St. Demetrios Warriors, the coach and the player, right?
Yes.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
Now, we just talked to Papaflessas, but we also need to talk to St. Demetrios. I'm here with George and Dino. First off, let's talk about what you guys have done as a team this year. How would you describe your team and how you guys play this year?
It's good. We've played a lot of tough teams, but we keep winning. We have our top 3, top 4, and like that. They're really good, and we kept winning because of them.
Are you guys like a really fast team, or are you guys scoring all day type of team?
We're like a scoring all day type of team.
Are we saying like Michael Jordan level scoring, Steph Curry level scoring?
Michael Jordan score, a little lower.
A little lower, so like DeMar DeRozan basically?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Now for you, what does this tournament mean to you guys?
For us, just personally, we've been doing this since we were kids. So I'm 38, and I've been involved in this thing since I was 5. So it's great that it keeps going. It's great it's gone on for so many years, and it is the granddaddy of all the Greek basketball tournaments in the area. So we're really, really happy to be a part of it.
You guys are playing a team that traveled all the way from North Carolina. You know, what does that say just to how big this tournament is and how important this is to the Greek American community?
Real interesting. I didn't even know that. With that being said, I think it's awesome. I think teams usually travel, and we do the men's tournament that we're involved with too with our player sports group. I mean, it's the same thing. They travel from all over. We travel to Detroit. We travel everywhere. We're really into it still, even at our age. So hopefully these kids see that and they keep this thing going like we're keeping it going. So.
And championship game as well. Game plan heading into it. What's your game plan?
Win and hope we don't lose. So.
Fair enough. Win and hope you don't lose. Well, I hope you guys can give me some great highlights today. And thank you guys for talking to you guys.
Thank you so much.
We'll have a game action here in just a few moments.
Thank you.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Good evening, everybody. Well, evening if you're on the East Coast. I'm Kyle Smith alongside Mark Carmen. Mark's on play-by-play duties today. And Mark, we saw an exciting game, the previous game before this one, but there was just too much St. Demetrios down the stretch in terms of those lead passes on the fast break.
Yeah, back and forth, and great game to kick us off. And now we move over to the 5th and 6th grade championship game. Papaflessas, St. Demetrios, the Warriors ready to rock and roll here. A lot of enthusiasm out there, Kyle. And it's really nice to see the crowd in here. Of course, I think we're in the middle of this pandemic still, as far as I can tell. People coming out enjoying some basketball. It's a beautiful thing to see. Great job by you and Carly in game 1, and let's have some fun here in game 2.
Absolutely. 5th to 6th grade boys. Now it's the same teams, well, same programs. St. Demetrios against Papaflessas, and Mark, I'm pretty sure the Papaflessas program looking for some revenge. It didn't look too good for them down the stretch against St. Demetrios.
Yeah, that game, even though the score was a decent amount of separation, it really could have gone either way. It was good competition. I thought everybody certainly played hard, and yeah, some great shots were hit at different key points, and see what happens here as we move along. Championship games, I just love the enthusiasm in here today and the history of the tournament. 93rd year for the NHIBt tournament. We got to talk to people who played in this tournament who ended up playing overseas, and the legacy continues today with our 5th and 6th grade championship game, and of course one more after this.
Mark, have a good broadcast. I know I'm going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, there we look at the size of Strati Vlahos here, getting ready for the tip. This is my scouting hat on here. If he can play, that's a huge advantage.
Just because you're tall doesn't mean you're athletic.
That's correct, Kyle. You are absolutely right. But it certainly helps you win the tip, and it did there. I'm just going to check out how he's moving around out there. Wow. Open 3, firing away here.
A good rebound that time by St. Demetrios, and great lead pass to start it up.
Going to be out of bounds. Ball will go back to Papaflessas. A little quick pace here at the start, like it.
I do like the quick pace. Now the problem is if you don't have your passing lanes intact and you don't know where your players are going on the fast break, I don't like to speed it up all the time. But if you've been practicing that a lot and you know where your teammates are at all times, I don't mind speeding it up the entire game.
3 ball from the right wing, Georgios Panagos. Call it a 2 foot on the line, but Papaflessas on the board first.
Come on, ref. They're kids. Give them the 3.
Up top, they have it. Swing it around to Strati Saltis. Left-handed dribble to the corner. First time really setting up their offense here. Aggressive D being applied. Let's see if they can settle in here. Foul line extended right. Good little up fake, pull up 8-footer. Rim it no good. Offensive rebound. Oh, and a good steal. Good anticipation by Demetrios.
Yeah, good job reading that passing lane. And not overcommitting on defense, waiting for the pass, and then getting in front of the lane.
Short shot on the right baseline is short. Rebound back up. Put it in. Georgios Panagos, and it's 4-0 Papaflessas.
St. Demetrios has to be quicker on those rotations, and it looks like Papaflessas has come to play. The mid-range jumper is there right now for Papaflessas.
Over the big man, shot goes no good. Good attempt there by Von Gorganas. Here comes Papaflessas back quickly. Might have traveled there, but the 3-ball on the way. Rebound, back up and in. The big man finding the iron to be kind, Strati Vlahos, and it's 6-0.
That's going to be a matchup that St. Demetrios is going to have problems with all day long because not only is 6 big, he's got some speed as well.
Breakaway layup is in. And it's an 8-0 game. Thano Stavros ahead of the field.
Yeah, if they score again to make it 10-0, don't be surprised if St. Demetrios calls a quick timeout. They look out of sorts right now on offense and defense.
Left-handed drive, lamp off the glass, no good. Whistle, foul. 2 free throws coming here for Strati.
Good aggressive
Saltese.
defense. You're up by 8. The free throws don't hurt you that much. You'd prefer to do a quick contest legally, but, the foul doesn't hurt you so much because you're up by 8 points.
Well, right now you're trying to find your footing. Can't really worry about the scoreboard. You just got to get your game going. Free throw, no good.
True, but you also got to know what the score is and how many fouls your team has committed because you don't want to be in that position. You're up by 2, and then you commit that foul, make it 7 points, and the 1-and-1's coming up.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound to Papaflessas. Out ahead of the field. 44 was there, but did not find him. Open jumper left wing. That's long. Rebound follow. That's no good. And Demetrios the rebound. Here they come. 1-on-3 in the lane. Tough shot off the backboard. No good. Rebound to Papaflessas.
Don't like it. That's that Russell Westbrook offense. It's starting to die right now. 1-on-3. I don't like it, especially this early on in the game.
And another layup for Vlahos ahead of the field, and we have gotten to 10-0
Surprised they didn't
in some trouble here.
Yeah, surprised they didn't call timeout. It's double digits. You're having you're having a lot of trouble, especially on your fast break defense. But oh well, let's play through it.
Down the lane, kickoff left side. Back to the corner, open 3 on the way. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around. Demetrios with another chance at it.
Up by 10, no need to double team. Stick with your man-to-man defense.
Feed inside, deflected, stolen, and here they come on the run. Papaflessas ball in the corner and tracked down beautifully by Deftos. And the short shot on the baseline is good, and there's your timeout. 12-0. A great start for Papaflessas. 11:46 for the first half. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, the broadcast home for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
$12-0 lead, Papaflessas over St. Demetrios. We appreciate all of our sponsors, the Hellenic Foundation of Chicago, Papaflessas basketball. It's been a fun tournament. We've got a triple header of basketball. What a better way to spend Sunday than 3 straight games of basketball.
And to spend it with you, Kyle, that's even the most exciting thing for me, buddy. Come on. All right, let's go. Let's see if we can get Demetrios a bucket here. Top of the key. Gorganas covered up nicely, and the pass through the hands and going to go out of bounds. It'll be Papaflessas basketball. Strati Celtics couldn't handle the pass.
I don't want to be too harsh, but you got 2 hands on it. You got to catch the ball. I mean, have your hands out, ready to go. Got to catch the ball. It's a good pass.
Yeah, that would be in tennis an unforced error right there. In the front court they come. Baseline wide open. Short shot is short. Rebound on the floor. Good rebound by Palouse.
Yeah, good little six.
Down the lane, layup. No, rebound. It's going to be out of bounds to Papaflessas. Substitution coming into the game for Papaflessas, 48, Nicholas Dondelidis. For anybody who is checking out the broadcast, either live or down the line, if we pronounce the name wrong, we do apologize. Do the best we can. I think we got him right.
I mean, it took play-by-play announcers, an entire year to get Giannis's full name right?
It's a very fair point. Open three from the right wing. Back of the rim, no good for Demetrios. Rebound, Demetrios. Here they come. The Warriors on the run. Down the lane. Euro step. Layup is in. The iron finally opening up as Gorganis finds it 12-2.
Needed that bucket desperately, and now you try to force Papaflessas into some tough three-pointers.
Open three by Demetrios, around the rim, no good. Rebound in the lane, ball's loose, picked up by the big fella. The layup banked around it out, and it's out of bounds to St. Demetrios.
And that's something that the big center is going to have to learn the hard way. You're that close to the hoop, just do the little bunny shot. No need to use the backboard there.
The official and the head coach for St. Demetrios getting a little talking to. Do not yell at me like that or else we're going to have a problem. That's your one warning. By the way, I have seen that official on the men's league racket, and he is not one to be messed with. Rebound is going to be out of bounds. St. Demetrios with another shot at it.
St. Demetrios down by 10. They're not much of a perimeter shooting team, but if you can make a three here, it might get into the heads a little bit of Papaflessas.
Pass inside. Good job to catch it in there. A lot of traffic, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds. St. Demetrios will keep it.
Might have been a reach-in foul, but they haven't called that all day thus far. I like the consistency of the refs. They haven't called it yet, so they're not going to call those reach-ins today.
Gorganis inbounds. Baseline drive. Shot up on the rim. No good. Rebound to Dondelidis. As they come the other way, up by 10.
The size advantage for Papaflessas, forcing up tough contests on offense against Demetrios.
Dondelidis shot blocked. Here comes St. Demetrios. Baseball pass down court. Layup in the lane. Nope. Oh, wow. That's going to be a foul on Strati Saltis, aggressively over the back.
Yeah, they want him to play basketball, but this isn't football. You can't do that.
He wanted that basketball like, I'm going to want that dinner tonight.
This isn't Space Jam. We play real rules of basketball today.
Pass deflected, but into the hands of Lanos. Three ball from the right corner is off the rim. No good. Follow. No. Stanos the triple, the third top. That's no good. St. Demetrios with the rebound. 3-on-3 on the break. Again in the lane. Spin moves deflected. Papaflessas coming back quickly. Baseline left, layup on the glass, no good. Rebound, follow, yes! Vlahos for points 13 and 14. It's 14-2.
Tough break against Demetrios. I thought he got ball on the block, but they're saying he got a partially of the wrist, and because of it, it's a three-point play instead of a clean block.
Now, as we quickly surmised when we saw the teams come out there for the tip, Vlahos was going to be a key factor here, and he has been. Free throw is no good. Rebound, and we're going to get a foul jump ball.
Yeah, I don't think that hit rim either.
I think it might have caught a little bit on the down.
It doesn't matter. Demetrios got the ball back anyways. We got to be careful that younger levels, they don't hit rim sometimes on their free throws.
Open three from the right wing. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound. St. Demetrios, another crack at it. Short shot on the right baseline. That's no good. And here comes Papaflessas.
There they go. Slow it down. Get the shot you want in transition. Good luck.
Open three, no good. Rebound to St. Demetrios. Here they come again. A whole lot of Gorganis today. Hasn't found the touch quite yet, but certainly not shy out there. Got to take the shots when you have them. That was a wide open baseline shot. Good choice by Strati Saltis to fire. Didn't get it to go. Open three from the right wing. No hesitation. That's off the rim. Rebound follow. No good. Rebound St. Demetrios. Good look by Panagos, who couldn't get it down. Down the lane. Whistle foul. Free throws coming. Costa Legados will go to the free throw line for two.
Very friendly call. In the NBA, that's no longer called, by the way. You can't lean into the defender anymore. This level, it's called. I thought it was clean defense, but they're going to say that he got a little bit of the wrist.
Well, aggressiveness does get awarded a lot. That time was the case. There's one for 14-3. One more free throw coming. This one on the way, and good. 14-4, 10-point game. Right now, hey, just try to hang around here and see if you can get hot, get some shots to go down, see if you can tighten this game up. Papaflessas in the front court, cross-court pass. Double team up front, the zone continues. Baseline, double teamed, up top, had the three, and good patience. Foot on the line, I believe, on that one. Shot hits the rim. And we're going to get a jump ball as Georgios Panagos doing a great job on the glass and got tied up going back up.
And one of the reasons Demetrios is down by 10, they're getting a little over-aggressive on defense, not knowing where they should be to box out, and it's leading to easy offensive rebound for Papaflessas.
And an open shot right there at Panagos, who bangs down the three, 17-4. Good ball movement.
For Demetrios, you don't have to score 13 points on one possession. You can't, obviously. Just get it up to a manageable deficit before halftime.
Off the backboard and rim no good, a little bit long. As Papaflessas comes back again quickly down the court. Open corner three, just short, rebound. St. Demetrios.
Good analytics position. You want to get that corner three, it's more accurate than the wing three.
You are not allowed to say analytics at a 5th and 6th grade basketball game.
Of course you are. You're allowed to say analytics at T-ball.
I will not allow it. I will fight it till the end. We cannot teach. We're teaching basketball. We're not teaching computers. There's plenty of time in front of the screen. This is hoops. Take open shots. Bring the ball up. Learn how to dribble. Learn how to be a good teammate. No analytics allowed here, Kyle.
Did you listen? There was a really funny segment on the Waddle and Sylvie show, and how Black and Abdallah were talking about analytics for Sylvie's T-ball team.
Oh,
and they were doing wins above replacement, and they were doing weighted run created
now
plus.
That's a good radio segment, but we have the integrity of play-by-play right here. Those guys do a good job.
We're not doing value over replacement player.
Listen.
No player efficiency
Talk
rating.
radio is entertainment, or at least it should be, and that to me sounds like a tremendous topic. One free throw goes down, so 17 to. They've got it 6 up there, so I guess maybe 2 free throws went
That's
down.
their handicap. They get a +1 handicap now.
I only saw. There we go. It is 17-5. Thank you. That didn't make sense. Stick with your gut, Carly.
Carly was right. Scoreboard operator was wrong.
Baseline left and a good move. And let me tell you something. MVP status here for Panagos. He's in competition with Vlahos right now. They're both playing great ball. Short shot of the lane. That's no good. Vlahos had the rebound, lost it, out of bounds to Papaflessas.
We talked about it earlier. What Demetrios needs to do, they got to take it one possession at a time and think about where do we want to cut this deficit to. Down by 14, let's get it to 10. Then when it gets to 10, let's get it to 5. Then 3. When you're thinking, oh my God, we're down by 14, we got to shoot 3 after 3 after 3, you get into what the Houston Rockets did in that Game 7 against the Warriors and kept shooting way too many threes when they didn't have to.
Vlahos at the foul line, short shot in the lane off a good pass by Vlahos. That one's no good, with 2 free throws coming as Leo Bucius heads to the line. One of my best friends in college was Lindsey Giannopoulos, so if he's listening to this broadcast, he's going to be minorly irritated that my knowledge of Greek names is not quicker. By the way, the Buccaneers are on top of the Eagles 31-13 with 5 minutes to go, as Carly's alerting me for all the NFL football fans out there. We cover everything here at Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Repping Jackie Robinson's number off the bench.
There we go. One of the greatest names in all of sports. One more free throw coming here.
All-American hero, Jackie Robinson. Do you know what his best sport was?
Track?
No, it was football.
Football was his best sport? Okay. Really better than baseball?
Baseball was his 3rd best sport.
3rd best sport, really?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Track and field was his 2nd best.
That's another, by the way, little note for all you youngsters out there. It's an open 3 from the top is no good by Jorganis. Play all the sports. That's my recommendation, at least. Low, nice little left-handed drive, and then the pull-up with the old school kick by Penagos, 22-5. He's really showed a lot of game time out there
You
today.
don't need a three. You just need a bucket and a stop. Don't force up a three here.
Papaflessas with another steal as they come out of here, leading by 17. 40, coming up on 40 seconds for the first half. Gorganas, pass deflected, stolen. St. Demetrios gets it. Refs being kind on the no travel there. That's how I like it like that. We're not out here to see. Good drive down the lane with the lefty finish. Nice job by Costa Legados, 22-7.
Gonna hold for the last shot here. Do not force feed it to the big man. You've got enough good players on the wing. You don't need to force it to your center here.
Open shot right of the lane, no good. Rebound with 7 seconds. Across the timeline, still has time. Good choice on the pass off the backboard, no good, and that'll do it for the first half.
Little over-eager defense that time by Papaflessas led to an open three, the one thing you can't have right before halftime.
22-7. The first half of basketball is in the books. We'll come back with second half actions. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, the broadcast home for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Stolen. O'Connor and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
Hey, this is Sarah Greenfalk, owner of PsychEdge. How would you like to learn how to manage your emotions and reactions in order to enhance your performance and be successful in life? I coach and counsel student athletes, performers, and professionals, giving them the mental skills and mindsets to build confidence and resilience. My background in physical therapy, massage therapy, personal training, and 15 years of counseling give my clients an advantage. So if you are wanting to be recruited, perform better, or struggling with life balance, anxiety, or depression symptoms, I will stand by you until we reach your goals. Contact me today, sarah@aimtogrow.com, and be sure to visit my website, psychedge.club, for your monthly blog on mental health, sport, and performance psychology tips.
Made from an athlete's mind for all sports minds, Level Up Branding is a unique sports marketing and branding agency, offering athlete management, brand management, and so much more. We are powered by experience, currently serving athletes in the WNBA, MLR, NFL, and college sports. We are looking to take on more clients because everyone deserves a shot at their dream. Our goal is to help others by inspiring one person at a time. Level Up Branding was founded by Lauren, who was and still is an athlete. She understands the importance of being a well-rounded and built individual. It takes an athlete to know an athlete. We are built different. There is so much more to an athlete than what is seen on the field or the court. We make it a priority to understand our athletes. We want to know and understand our clients' values, motives, passions, and future goals. At Level Up Branding, we believe in helping others succeed. We believe in giving back. We believe in family. You are more than an athlete. Level Up Branding was founded based on the sheer passion of sports, community involvement, and the sense of belonging to a community. We were created from an athlete's innovative mindset and experience, and here to offer our services to like-minded athletes.
Tell me when we're on.
Welcome back to the second half of basketball. St. Demetrios against Papaflessas. We're going straight through. Fun times here in Palos Hills. 16 minutes of basketball, and Mark, unless St. Demetrios can make some threes, I just don't see them coming back today.
No negativity allowed to start the second half here, Kyle. Anything is possible for St. Demetrios. Let's see if they can come down and get a bucket. But yes, to your point, the mountain is fairly steep right now, down by 15. Good pass, open jumper at the foul line is short. Rebound, Papaflessas. Good look for Gorganas, and nice pass too.
Good offense. They're really they're a lot better when they speed it up, but they just haven't been able to finish a lot of the time.
Open three out front, no good. Rebound, swing it back around. Again out front with Stavros. Now pull up at the foul line. That's no good. Rebound tip back to Papaflessas. Good feed inside, and the layup off the glass is good by Panagos.
That's a killer. If it gets to 20, it's pretty much over. So for St. Demetrios, got to find a way to get a quick bucket and get a contest.
Little no-look pass, but he shuffled the feet, thinking about shooting the three. That's the correct call by the official. Turnover, ball to Papaflessas.
Really, St. Demetrios isn't playing badly, although there were a couple of times they should have had the pass, but they're just getting beat. I mean, this is just an old-fashioned beatdown like we saw last week, Warriors against the Bulls. The Warriors just took it to them. Papaflessas just taking it to Demetrios right now.
Stavros kicking left side. The three ball is in by Deftos. Good teamwork right there, and the lead is 20 at 27-7.
I'm not going to say it's revenge for the game before this, but I'm saying that. It's revenge for the game before it. Papaflessas, the boys team wanted to win.
Oh, tough drive, and the lefty finish off the window. Strati Saltis. And now we're going to get a timeout with 14-13 left here in the ball game as St. Demetrios wants to tuck it over, down by 18. Free throw coming. It's 27-9. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions.
I like it. Every time out, they're shooting the ball around, staying loose. We need to have the NBA teams do this.
It's in between timeout entertainment for the fans. You ever get to participate in a halftime?
Words, Mark. I know they're
hard.
hard.
I'm trying to figure exactly what I'm trying to say here. They have, a promotional opportunity where you get to be on the court. Free throw is good, 27-10. My brother made a free throw, won a trip to New York at Chicago Stadium back in the day.
There you go.
Shout out to Bruce Carmen. Was picked out when he was walking into the stadium. That's basically what I'm asking. But I'm guessing that probably hasn't happened. Oh, good defense and deflection. Here comes St. Demetrios.
I didn't, but my friend did. I'll tell you that in a minute what happened.
Legados off the glass. And it's a 15-point game. Here comes St. Demetrios.
The story is, real quickly, I had a friend who did the old layup, free throw, three-pointer competition.
Yeah.
He missed all three, so then he decided to do an alley-oop dunk to himself from the free throw line. But he has a vertical about a 16th of Kevin Durant. Didn't really go so well.
That's a good effort. And an excellent effort here by Papaflessas on the break, and the layup is in. Thanos Stavros to make it 31-12.
For Demetrios, he had to just take it one possession at a time, try to force Papaflessas into some confusing looks on defense with your rotations.
Again, the run out, and again, Panagos. That time he misses the layup, a little disappointed.
Yeah, those are some tough shots. Dwayne Wade made them look a lot easier than they really are. When you're more than 4 feet away from the basket, those off the backboard J's, they're tougher than they look.
We have an injured player who's going to get a little extra time here as...
Well, he's not injured, just the laces are.
Legados coming out here as he'll sit down, get a little support from his teammate, Peter Thompson.
So we'll stop the clock at 12:58 for the injury.
St. Demetrios will have the basketball here, trailing 31-12. Out front is Salties. Gonna shoot the three. That's banked no good. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Georgia Palouse.
Yeah, you've got no choice. You got to shoot threes down this much, especially with a running clock. The problem is Papaflessas knows that. They're not giving them space, but they're giving them enough space to shoot it. There's a steal right that time by Papaflessas.
Inbounds pass stolen by Demetrios ahead of the field. Righty layup off the glass, no good. Rebound follow. That's no good. St. Demetrios the rebound.
It's
Jorganis. Looking for a little space, can't find it. Little spin move.
In this game, and now it becomes a situation, how much has Demetrios been working on their step-back threes?
Wow, that was a good job, except for the finish by Panagos. Went for the left-hander, I love it. And that shot off the window, no good. Rebound foul, blocked by Van Hoos. It's taken by Van Hoos. Run out again, here comes another layup. Gives it up unselfishly. Oh, and a nice little short shot that's looks easier than it actually was by Stavros.
Yeah, he had some space to do one more dribble for the layup, but I like it. Do the little Tony Parker floater to get the J.
Biggest lead of the game, 21. That three is blocked. They run out again. Ahead of the field, Stavros. Layup no. Panagos the rebound. Give it off. Ball loose. Stolen by St. Demetrios.
If you're wondering why Papaflessas isn't playing clock right now, they're just quicker on the fast break than Demetrios, so those layups are easy layups, and they have more numbers in terms of help on rebounding.
Again, the layup is wow. Good and one. Tough. Took the contact and got it to go. Stavros getting fouled by Salties. And 35-12. You do wonder on that note if Papaflessas will be instructed by their coach to perhaps slow it down up by 23. But hey, I don't think you play the scoreboard right now. You just play the game. Free throw is good.
You're not wrong, Mark, and I've seen that at the high school level. You know, we were doing a game a couple weeks ago. Bennett Academy was taking it to Joliet Catholic. They're up by 40, and they're not running clock. They're still shooting open threes, And when you're so used to playing a style on offense, it's hard to just play clock at that young of an age.
Well, I saw a video the other day where Kobe Bryant was talking about himself at 14, and he talked about how he worked on, as a 3-ball, as an air ball out of bounds, he worked on what he was not good at. You do see a lot of kids like, oh, you're great to your right, so that's your best chance to score right now. But if you never get your left down, if you don't build that skill, then eventually, as you move up the ladder, you're going to be exposed. So the more things that you work on, the better off you are. And that's what I would be focusing on if I was playing and or coaching really either of these two teams right now.
You know, when I've been coaching,
the long game.
You know how every sport has unwritten rules. Basketball is kind of, if you're up by 20 or more with under 5 to go, and there's a contested shot, usually you don't shoot that. It's when you're that open. And
Carly
shoot
disagrees.
that J, because you don't want to make a mockery of the game. And at the same time, you want to run your offense, keep passing the ball. When you're up by 20, less than 5 minutes to go, and there's a contested shot, with no shot clock, especially at the high school level, you don't need to shoot that. So you just won't see teams do that up by 20, less than 5 minutes left.
There's a 3-ball from the left corner. That's no good. When you get up huge, continuing to run out, that's, to me, feels a little bit out of bounds, but we're not quite there yet. Down the lane, shot rejected by Vlaus, gets it back up, layup, no. Good effort, great effort by Costa Legados.
Another thing you're going to do when you're up by this much, you're going to run plays you don't always run. Things you haven't been running as much in practice. Try to get more comfortable with different plays that you just instituted in practice. Look at this. Three-point shot with the center.
Why not? Shooting the 3, 39-12.
Jokic has changed the game, and now you see players like that shooting open threes.
Well, and he doesn't.
He still shoots them when he's open.
He needs to learn all the skills. You don't know how big he's going to be. There's a 3-ball out front, no good. Vlahos the rebound.
I know we've disagreed on this, Mark, but I would vote for Jokic for MVP every year.
We've had this discussion before. On the run, down the lane, layup, no. Rebound. Demetrios gets it back in a whistle. What do we got? Timeout. Timeout on the full timeout with 7:16 to go here in the second half. 39-12, Papaflessas on top.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Let's go Niners and Cowboys.
Back to the action at St. Helen and Constantine Church in Palos Hills. Kyle Smith alongside Mark Carmen. It is all Papaflessas today. Looking to get to 50 points. They got to do it in 7 minutes and 16 seconds. And really, it's just been an inspired effort by Papaflessas. They haven't force-fed it to their center. He clearly has a size advantage today, and he's off the bench. He's on the bench now, but Papaflessas just playing an all-around good game on both offense and defense.
St. Demetrios going deep into their bench, and a 3-ball from out front with a hand in his face, too. Wow. 42-12. St. Demetrios has 2 number 1s in the game.
Starting to become a bench mob game for both teams. Good little shot.
Good effort. And a spinning right-handed hook by Strati Saltis.
Friendly roll, 42-14. Now for Papaflessas, well, I was going to say run clock, but why not when you're that hot from downtown?
Rebound, follow is in. Right place, right time for Nicholas Dondelidis.
You know, I talked about it earlier in the broadcast, Mark, but yesterday's Celtics Bulls game, Vucevic didn't even go to the out-of-bounds to pass. He was just underneath the basket and passed it over to his point guard.
It was a great game. Tough loss for the Bulls, who got some valiant efforts once again from Ayo Dosunmu and Kobe White, but didn't happen. Short shot in the lane, no good. Rebound, follow is in.
I think if you're the Bulls, you're a little worried about, especially Billy Donovan. Vucevic is good, but when you really, really need him, and Levine's not on the floor, he's a number 3 option for a reason. And there's a reason why Orlando moved on from him. He can give you some big-time points.
You're not a Vucevic guy.
You're not? I like him. When Levine's not on the floor, he can get exposed. I mean, he was wide open for that. I mean, it's a make-or-miss league. You're going to miss some, obviously, but he was wide open for that 3 to win it against Boston.
He's not had a great year. He
had COVID. I think he has a knee problem. I mean, he hasn't been fully healthy either. But
no, it's been inconsistent.
And for the Bulls especially, they need a big. Willie Cauley-Stein's available now, but he's been on the shelf since November for personal reasons.
I would assume they'll add somebody at the deadline. First free throw good, second free throw no good. That ball is going to go out of bounds. It'll be Papaflessas' ball as we come up on.
I want to run something by you, Mark. I really like how the Grizzlies play, and it's not working right now between Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Do you see a situation where the Grizzlies would go all out for Jaylen Brown, get rid of some of their nice veterans? That would work well for the Celtics.
What a curveball! I don't know if I'm Boston. I don't know if I want to trade Jaylen Brown. Open 3 is an air ball. Rebound, follow. That's no good. Follow again. No. One more shot at it. Everybody in the lane. No. One more. 10th time. No. Again. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That was Leo Boussisis.
That's something, if it ever happened in a high school game. You know what 1755s are, Mark? If that happens in a game where you get boxed out 10 times, after the game you'll be running some 1755s.
Oh, okay.
17 sprints or 55 seconds or less.
1755s, okay. Now,
From the movie Half-Court Miracle.
There's a major size disadvantage here right now for St. Demetrios, and we saw it there.
A lot of this game, too, has just been willpower. Papaflessas has just been better in every facet of the game. They wanted to avenge the loss earlier from the girls' team, and they played decent basketball. Sometimes you'll see younger teams try to force it into the center who has a size advantage. They're just playing their game, an open 3, and then they get the offensive rebound with the bigger center, but they're not force-feeding him to him in the paint.
Dandelides with the foul there to make it 50-15. There's a steal, and Papaflessas running out. Now slowing it down in the lane, 42, and she banks it in. Christina Karanatsis.
Just like Jackie Robinson, always consistent. Repping the Jackie Robinson number.
Gotta love it. Everybody getting an opportunity to play right now.
Have you seen the movie 42 starring Chadwick Boseman?
I actually have not.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
They will call that travel.
It's got Tommy Lee Jones in it.
Here we go.
The guy, Steve the Pirate's in it.
I'm up for watching a little 42 on your recommendation, Kyle.
It's good. It's not Hoosiers good, but it's good.
I've been going on an Office binge lately, which is...
Office is overrated, in my opinion, but we'll go down that rabbit hole another day.
I'm enjoying it, but here's on the baseline looking for a little bit of help.
I was always out of bounds. But
they didn't call it. Good job. Let them play. We don't need any whistles right now. Oh, boy. And there's a steal and a breakaway, and a layup is in.
That's the time you got to do a crazy reverse layup. Now try something new. You're up by 40 points. At one point, this game was only 31-12, but man, things they went apart quickly.
We have witnessed a convincing championship victory here in the 6th grade championship game. Papaflessas ran out to a 10-0 lead and have done this wire to wire as they lead it 54-15 under a minute to go here. Christina in the lane again, her shot no good, rebound, Papaflessas, and that ball with a dude with no number spins home for the 55th and 56 points of the game.
You don't need a number. The 72 Dolphins, they were called the no-name defense.
This is true. You don't, I guess, technically need a number for the broadcast. It would help, but not needed. Carly Bell will have your post-game conversation coming up here. Kyle, it's been fun being with you. And we'll have one more game coming. As the 3-ball is an air ball, and that will do it. Congratulations to Papaflessas as they win the 6th grade championship game 56-15. Post-game coming up. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, the broadcast home for everyone.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Second place teams in the 6th grade division. In second place, St. Demetrios of Chicago, George Brown of Philadelphia. Thank you so much. And our champions this year, Papaflessas. Very important, very impressive performance. Congratulations. And also on behalf of the NHIBt committee, we'd like to thank you. Without you, none of this is possible. Next year, MLK weekend again, we are grateful and honored for your participation and all your hard work, and we hope to see you again next year. Thank you very, very much.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
The 9-6 Minnesota Vikings are playing on the road. A win in this game clinches a playoff spot for the Vikes. And with the Cardinals entering the contest with a record of 3-12, it looks like Minnesota is headed back to the postseason. The ball is placed at the 28-yard line, but with the Cardinals down by 5 and under 10 seconds remaining, a field goal does them no good here. As such, it's up to quarterback Josh McCown to heave up a Hail Mary for the incredible comeback win. But a lot is happening here. In fact, there was a lot of drama coming into this moment. The mere fact that the Cardinals still have a chance to win the game is practically unbelievable. Before we find out what happens next, we need to understand where both teams currently stand. Nothing is ever simple in football, especially when it comes to a Hail Mary attempt. Win or lose, it's coming down to the last play for both teams, and for that, we need to rewind. The Vikings have a decent record at 9-6, but for Vikings fans who remember the 2003 season, they should have a lot more wins. Minnesota was once undefeated this season. Impressively, the Vikings won their first 6 games. But things started to unravel quickly for the Vikes. After a red-hot start to the year, Minnesota dumped its next 4 in the toilet. Even more embarrassingly, only one of those 4 straight defeats was by less than 10 points. While it didn't seem to be a big deal at the time, loss number 2 of the 4-game losing streak was a critical 3-point defeat at the hands of the Green Bay Packers. This was huge because the Vikings outlasted the Packers 30-25 during Week 1. If the Vikings had won during Week 9 against the Packers, they would have owned the head-to-head tiebreaker for the NFC North Division. This means that the Vikings wouldn't need to win on the road in Week 17. But the Vikings couldn't take care of business, and the losing continued into Week 12. From 6-0 to now 6-4, now the Vikings are 9-6. And if they could have just outlasted the Bears a couple of weeks ago, they'd be in the playoffs. Instead, Charles Peanut Tillman made the signature play of his underrated career as he overpowered Randy Moss in the end zone. And now, the Vikings need a win today to clinch their postseason tickets. Both the Packers and the Vikings were 9-6 coming into Week 17, so the Vikings need a win or a Packers loss to win the division. The old saying, every game matters in football, definitely stood the test of time for the Vikings in 2003. Still, going from 6-0 to 9-6 is technically a collapse. And this was supposed to be a new era of Vikings football, and with Mike Tice as the head coach. Gone were the days of Dennis Green's Vikings blowing playoff leads or getting dominated in the tournament. Green's Vikings went 15-1 during the 1998 regular season, but they couldn't finish the deal as the Dirty Birds Atlanta Falcons upset them at the Metrodome during the NFC Championship game. Didn't Green know the Dirty Birds, who he thought they were, but he still left them off the hook?
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
A primarily running team led by Jamal Anderson, the Falcons took advantage of a late missed field goal by Gary Anderson and then won in overtime. A crushing blow for the Vikings in 1998, but they were still good enough to get another bite at the Lombardi Trophy apple in 1999. The Vikings' offense was still as dominant as ever in 1999. While the greatest show on turf, St. Louis Rams, were the only team in the NFL with over 6,400 total yards, the Vikings still finished in top 5 in total yards at just under 5,800. However, turnovers were problematic for Minnesota in 1999. They turned the ball almost 19% of the time when they drove down the field. With Randall Cunningham struggling at QB the year before, Y2K, Green made a quarterback change and gave the keys of the offense to journeyman Jeff George. George was a former number 1 overall draft pick, and he looked the part of a franchise quarterback in 1999. His Vikings went 8-2 with him as the starting quarterback, with the Vikings earning a spot in the wild card round. They easily took care of the aging Dallas Cowboys 27-10 as the Vikings advanced to the divisional round against Kurt Warner's Rams. George was excellent on this day, but incredibly his 4 touchdown passes weren't nearly enough to outlast the Rams. A terrible day for the Vikings on defense as the Vikes gave up 49 points and 5 touchdown passes to the future Hall of Famer in Warner. If the Vikings defense had just been moderately respectable, they probably would have advanced to the NFC title game. Jeff George